Again, hi, I'm Shadowhack90. I'm your dungeon master. I'm the person who helps tell the story and gets a chance to roll some dice and basically make these guys' lives, their characters' lives, hell, or make them the heroes of the story. I haven't decided which yet. I'm going to turn it over to the lady who is currently, her camera is underneath mine. I'm going to turn it down to that lady. She can introduce who she's playing this evening.
Hi, I'm Ramsbug. I'm playing Jeska with a K. She is a Dragonborn cleric, and she's sort of in crisis with her god Bahamut because she's supposed to not kill things, and she's really good at killing things. So I'll go, let's see, down this way to Mr. Blue.
Oh, hi, it's me again. I just talked. But you know who I am. I'm the Blue Ranger, and I'm playing the role of Dryden. He is a half-orc barbarian who is just really good at getting hurt. So now that I'm not stone anymore, I'm gonna try to get involved with some more action, and we're just gonna keep going across the way over here to Sir Zach of Gethington.
Hey everybody, my name's Zach. Tonight I will be playing, well tonight and hopefully future nights, if everything goes okay. I'll be playing Geth, the half-elf gunslinger. Pow pow. And I will take it right above me here to Codybedrock.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Codybedrock 36, and I'll be playing the human blood hunter, Brontor Jordanian, who is just now coming into what he thinks is his time with this party.
Yeah!
So right above me, we're going to my man Shadowcawn.
Hi everybody, I'm Shadowcawn. If you didn't catch it, I'm Shadowcawn. I'm playing Tonph. He is a little halfling ranger, and most of you know that he likes to get down and dirty. He's a little crazy hippie guy. And with that, we'll shoot it back over to whoever's going next.
I'm going to deflect it down to their human gunslinger, or half-elven gunslinger, Geth, so he can get you guys up to speed on what happened last week in the Riot sessions.
Last time on the Riot Sessions, our heroes, tired and weary from exploring the excavation site, continued their journey to Neverwinter. On the roads, they learned more about their new traveling companion, Harshnag, the Frost Giant. Along their travels, our heroes stopped into the town of Hundlestone to rest and recuperate. Our heroes were met with Brokad Ingetsword, the chief excavator in town, after Harshnag scared half the town nearly to death. As our heroes made their way through the town, a hole opened up in the middle of the town and outpoured 4 basilisks ready to kill. Our main hero, Geth, valiantly fought off the basilisks, saving the rest of the group multiple times in an amazing display of skill and prowess. However, despite Geth's efforts, Dryden was struck by a basilisk just before its dying breath and was petrified to stone. Our heroes scrambled to formulate a concoction that could rescue him. Luckily, they found the perfect mixture of basilisk bile and blood. They found their way to the inn after escaping death to discuss some of the strange magical happenings with some gnome who is a member of the Harpers. And that's where we pick up this week on the Riot Sessions. This week's session of the Riot Sessions brought to you by Ingetsword's Miracle Remedy, homemade basilisk goop for all your medical needs.
Cool. I love that it went from corner to...
That was beautiful.
Our main hero.
Oh, man.
That was awful. Our main hero, Geth. I was like, you bastard.
So yes, it is here that we pick up. Okay, bring it back. It is here that we pick up in the Sudden Bear Tavern. You have all just finished up some drinks, finished up kind of getting a little bit of a slight resting. Slight resting from fighting the basilisks, and just kind of getting a chance to talk to Thwip Ironbottom. about the kind of happenstances and strange things that have been going on within this town of Huddlestone. He had you asked him to inspect some stuff. You guys went into a little bit of shopping. You returned to the Sudden Bear. What would you like to do?
Wow, what a time we just had, huh, guys?
What happened?
Oh yeah, you remember all of that there, Brontor?
Man, it was wow.
Good times.
Dang.
Man, what
we
were
did
you
it,
up to?
guys.
You were kind of like dead in the eyes earlier. What was up with that?
It was just had an off day, you know.
All right.
Just an off day.
We all have those.
But we got through it, didn't we, guys?
I mean, kinda. I was stone, so.
Literally stone.
You look good now.
I guess
You
after
look good
like
now.
4 or 5 times of basically being dead,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of deserve to relax a little bit inside of yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. What are you guys thinking? What are we gonna do today?
So, are we still on our way down to Neverwinter? Is that where we're headed? Yes. Okay.
I think that was. Well, we had talked about getting with the 2 little gnome girls and seeing what the magic craziness was going on.
That's right, because yes, that's true. Okay.
That's where we had left off.
What was it? It was
Now,
when
as
she
far as whether that's what we
sneezed.
want to do, we could just say we don't want to have to deal with it and keep going to Neverwinter. I think we might have said that we would do it though.
Yeah, let's go have a chit chat with the girl who sneezes and makes everything explode.
Sneeze exploder, huh?
Okay.
You don't remember that, Brontor?
Oh yeah, I remember. Remember everything.
I remember.
Like I wouldn't remember. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
All right. So your party eventually taking a few moments to get directions and ask kind of where these 2 girls that you rescued and kind of saw, or one of them which you saw sneezing in the middle of this basilisk battle, are located at. You get the directions to their house, or to one of their houses. As you approach it, it's a single-story house, thatched roofed. The sides are made out of this gray, almost gray stone. It is like every building in this town is slightly sunk down into the ground. So the stairs that lead to the front door, actually you have to walk down a few feet into the actual earth to get to the front door. You guys, you are all currently standing in front of it. You looks very simple. Looks like a normal house and stuff like that.
I shouldn't go in first. I'm kind of imposing.
Or the we're at the gnome's house.
Yeah.
Sorry, space out there for a second.
I can go in. I'm pretty friendly.
Let's
I'll
knock on
knock.
the
I'll knock on the
door.
door. Yeah.
Okay. So Tonph
We have
walks
no
up.
malicious intent.
Tonph walks up and knocks on the door. You hear a voice that say, come from the other side. Just a minute. Few scurried footsteps kind of run around a little bit. And you hear some pans. You hear the sound of like crashing metal, king, bang, bang, down it from inside. And you hear a voice go, "Yeah, fuck it, son of a." Arriving at the door, actually a little smaller than you, Tonph, is a gnomish woman who wearing a very, very dirty apron, her hair up in a bun, but like strands are like kind of like just falling down out of it at this point. She wears slight spectacles that are come down to about the tip of her nose, and she looks around and says, catch a sight of you, Tonph, and says, What can I help you with? Who are? And then sees like the giant figures behind you and says, and she kind of like shrinks even more. And she's like, "Oh, you are quite large. Who are you? How may I help you today?"
Hi, I'm Tonph.
Hello. You're not as large as them. Okay.
I am not that big. I'm tiny. I'm fun-sized.
Well, you're taller than me.
A little bit. I mean, it's the heels. I wear heels. They're kind of flats. Anyways,
Flat heels.
well, flat heels. Yes. Thank you, Brontor.
Those are called wedges.
You're welcome.
Wait, wedges.
Wedges.
I don't want any wedges. Anyways, off topic. What were we here for again? Oh, yes.
I don't know. You're the one that
We're trying
knocked
to
on my
find out
door.
why
Got
there's-
it.
Yeah.
Wait, what was her name again?
Whose name?
No, but seriously, what was her name again?
The
Who's
girls?
Yes.
The hell. Nope, that's my
Nope,
weapon.
that's your sword. That's your sword.
Started with an H. I think.
Harshnag.
Harshnag?
Nope.
Harshnag. No.
Oh, wait, hang on. It's got to be somewhere. Hang on.
Helga?
Nope, those are my notes
Is
for something
Christine or
else.
something? I think it's like Christine. or
Anyways,
something.
we were looking for green hair and
Ma'am.
black hair. I think that's...
As you're having this conversation, she looks very confused, and you're trying to figure out some random person's name. But as soon as you mention green hair, she's like, "Oh, you're talking about Sakona."
Yeah, that's
yes.
the one. That's the name. I
Yeah.
just found it.
Hold on, I'm
That's
gonna write
it.
down.
That's it.
Yes,
That's the
Ye-
one.
she's not around here anywhere, is she?
No, not...
Why?
Well,
Why
I don't
would you
know.
We're asking
She might
you
be
where she-
Why?
Yeah, we came to you for that.
I thought this is where she was.
No, I've forbidden my daughter to see her or speak with her as of late. She's been quite a bad influence on her, keeping her up
Bad news.
way
Huh?
keeping her up way past her bedtime. She's
I understand.
Marley has been sneaking out in the dead of night. I have no idea where she's going, and ever since her incidents a few months back, well, she
About that
she
incident.
hasn't really been right, and she hasn't really been herself.
Was she the one that was caught up in the
She kind of made a
the
hole.
rocks in the cave? What was she, or was it?
She's the one that
or
fell in
was
the
it
hole.
Scone that was trapped? And Marley, you said your daughter's name was Marley?
Marley, yes. She
Okay.
yes. If you are you new to the? I don't recognize any of you. Are you new to Huddlestone?
I'm Jeska.
I'm a
it depends
bastard
how
from
new-
Huddlestone.
Depends how new you're talking about. Like, I mean, we've been here through a battle, so like we kind of saved it.
There was a
But-
battle.
Maybe
Wait,
we're
we
just
did get
hasn't
here today.
traveled this far
There was
yet.
a
We did
battle.
get here today.
There was a battle.
Yeah.
What happened?
Some creepy
Oh.
lizard things
Is-
came out
is
of the
Marley-
ground.
Is Marley
You
alright?
good?
At which point she reaches up and grabs Tonph and says like, "Is Marley alright? Tell me she's alright." And then she gets a giant one and she's like,
I don't know.
and she like pushes you away. She's like,
She's
Never mind.
fine. Get your hands off my friend. Everything's fine.
We saw her earlier with somebody. Was she with the green hair? I don't. Anyways, I noticed her earlier. She was up near the big statue thing, kind of hanging out there.
"Okay."
But when all the lizard things came out, we told her to run because we didn't want her to get hurt because we're kind of like that. We're nice people for the most part.
Wait.
But
Who told
we're
her to do
legitimately
this?
nice.
Who told her to do this?
We, as a collective, told her to go help her.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that it wasn't, one particular person who maybe put his or
Okay,
her
so
life in
Dryden was
danger.
really the one that said, but I
Well,
told
I mean,
Dryden
if
to
we
go-
don't have
go
to
help
name
her
names,
pull out of that
guys. We
hole.
don't. It's not important that we name names, but I mean, I did do it, so I
That
guess
was-
it's okay.
It was Dryden. It was
as you
Dryden.
say,
It was this giant
as you
guy
say
right
this,
here.
as you say this and introduce Dryden, you see the small gnomish lady just like go into a very deep bow, kind of like down onto her knees, and says, and like she just goes like, thank you for thinking
No,
of my daughter and keeping her
get up.
safe."
You're
Ego's
welcome.
already big
There's
enough.
no
Please get
need
up.
for thanks. It's just another day in my life.
We take monetary donations.
we do not take monetary donations. About your daughter,
I mean,
though.
we would.
At which point she's like already fumbling with her purse.
No,
as Geth has
no,
said
don't.
that,
Tom
and,
s-
like,
Tom
No,
takes
it's okay.
sexual donations.
Jeez.
Wait,
she looks,
we do
She'll-
take
she looks really confused at this point.
wink, wink.
Wank.
Food. Oh, yes. Again, yes. Come on inside. Oh, it is quite cold. Come on inside, and she shuffles you inside. A very simple interior. Like there's only one table in the center of like a fairly decent size, like a small decent sized table for gnome capacity. The rest of you are like, this thing is maybe a footstool. Like it's tiny. A lot of you kind of have to like squeeze yourself. Dryden just looks ridiculously scrunched and like he's like half bent over. He's almost having to kind of crawl in here. Same thing with Jeska at this point. Your tail might knock a few things around. You see a small oven, iron oven that is kind of like positioned in one of the other, like in the other side, and the smell of some freshly baked bread does kind of waft through the air. The interior very well and warmly lit by a fire crackling in a fireplace on the side. And you see 2 doors that appear to kind of lead to alternate bedrooms. No actual doors themselves, more just door frames that lead into 2 other rooms. She says, "Oh, you are quite a bit larger than the normal company we're used to having, but please make yourself comfortable." And she goes hurriedly busy about it, like cutting up some bread, getting some like kind of food onto like a small tray for you all. Eventually, she brings it to the table and sets it down. And she looks over all of you and says, "Well, it's not much, but it's what we have." And she places it on the table.
Thank you. It looks good.
Thank you
it
very
smells
much.
good. I'm really hungry. I just started eating it.
Just saw a bunch
Yeah.
of. Literally, my spirit guardian just exploded a lizard from the inside out. By the way, that happened, Brontor. I thought you'd be proud.
I was there.
So I'm not very hungry. I'm not gonna eat right now.
Brontor starts with his
I'll take it,
silverware
Red.
from the inside out and starts going to work at what she presented us. Because I'm going to start eating.
Okay.
To be polite.
You all okay? So you kind of dive in and start eating, and the gnomish woman just kind of looks over all of you and says, "Well, so you haven't seen Marley anywhere apart from just telling her to go run and hide. But you mentioned Sukona was with her."
Maybe? I think. I'm pretty sure she was there. I don't know. A lot was going on. There's a lot of lizard things crawling out of the ground trying to kill us. One of our guys here actually, he got a little stone. Or turned to stone. He was a statue.
That sounds terrifying. Well, he appears to be okay now.
Yeah.
Though a little squished in here.
Okay is a weird word.
Mhm.
I mean, he doesn't seem like he's stone, anyways. Do you have any idea where they went? I would very much like to have Marley back by the time that dinner is ready.
We were kind of hoping you knew. She hasn't been by here?
Not recently, no. She left early this morning. Said she was going out. Said she was going to go exploring. She tends to do that. There's some dwarven ruins fairly close by, and she sometimes likes to go exploring there and go look around. Being a young woman, I try not to, or her being a young woman, I remember those days, and I try not to. She will go. She will do what she is planning on, or what she needs to do. But if she's hanging out with Sukona, that's not good. That's not a good thing. Sukona has been quite a bad influence on her on Marley as well.
Where does she live?
I think she lives on the other side of town. I think her family, they moved here.
It's a pretty small town.
Yeah, they moved here about 4 years ago. They live just on the very outskirts of town. I've only met her mother and father once. They were very they weren't all there, if you get my meaning. They were little.
Well, that's rude.
I know that feeling.
Well, they were laying in their bed. They appeared to be very when they arose. They came down with a very, very strong sickness that ended up as far as I know, leaving them mostly bedridden. So Kona does what she can, but leaves her quite a lot of free time in order to make sure that like, besides, getting her own food, and she looks after herself mostly. She's become
I do too.
she's become some semblance of a nuisance to those of us trying to raise our families proper.
Well, if you get word that Marlo is back,
Marlee.
yeah. But if you get word that she's back, could you let us know? That'd be really good. We're just trying to get some stuff sorted out. Some things happen. Just trying to get.
What are you trying to get sorted out? What's happened?
Oh, you know the big lizard things that popped out of the ground.
Oh, just
Something
okay.
like
So just making sure the lizard.
She was there. She saw it. Just want to get details.
I'm kind of curious. So you mentioned that she hasn't been herself lately. What's been happening?
She just seems more reclusive than normal. Seems a lot less carefree than she used to be. She used to go out and just play in the snow and in the town, and always had a bright smile on her face. But ever since her fall, and she's become much more reclusive and much more almost inside herself. She rarely talks to anybody. I'm lucky if I get a hello out of her in the morning. But
is there anything that has changed in the recent times that would trigger such
Maybe sneeze related?
feelings? Or
not that I'm aware of. No. She seems, apart from just seeming very.
About how long ago did this start?
About 3 months ago.
Would you say that she was like ill around that time? Maybe sneeze wise?
Well, it's when her fall happened, but she
Could you
wasn't
explain?
ill at that.
If you were to describe
What's
her
the fall?
sneezes,
Her sneezes, they're cute. They're just kind of more, and she does this little "hee-choo" type sneeze. Is really about all she does. It's really all they ever are. Nothing spectacular about them.
so like you don't see like explosions and fireworks and people dying and basilisks turning Dryden into stone when that happens?
Or like the earth opening
No.
up and like falling through it, or like turning invisible, or like
No, should
or
I?
like
Should
any of
I?
that stuff?
Geth whispers over to Dryden. Subtle.
And I look at him, and I look at him
What?
not being able to
What'd
move,
you
and I go,
say, subtle?
"What about this is subtle? What about this situation like reeks of subtlety to you?"
So
Yeah, that's a good point.
outside, real quick. Does everybody know that that the sneezes correlate to it, or was that just me?
I was there
Last-
when it happened, so I'm aware.
you put
But
it
it was
together.
linking
You put
the
it together.
two.
You put it together. I don't remember if you shared that information.
I don't think I did. I as we were traveling to the house, I let everybody in on what was going on,
Okay, cool.
or my thoughts. So that way,
The small gnomish woman just kind of looks up at Ellie and says, "Why are you so interested in her sneezes? Something."
I'm a collector of sneezes. I'm an entrepreneur of noses.
an aficionado.
A
Sneeze collector.
snoz aficionado. Is that what you said?
oh, I thought you were a sneezologist.
I've never heard of.
Dabbled in sneezology, but
Oh, I've never heard of.
Really cringe.
I've never
And
heard
a
of the.
sneeziology.
The chairman of the Sneeze-a-Rooney Roo Festival every year.
I've never heard of someone like you, but if you say so.
It's a thing.
Thanks for the support, Brontor.
It's a thing.
Make a deception check.
Who, me?
Brontor with advantage because of this everything.
It's a thing. Who are you trying? Who's he trying to convince?
Hey!
Oh!
I'd like to point out
Roo.
that's 3 weeks in a row we've started with that.
We've opened
Yeah.
with a natural 20 3 weeks in a
Yeah.
row.
Yeah.
So it's only downhill from here, guys.
Yep.
Yep.
She looks. She
Thank-
just as you're kind of explaining what a sneezologist and all that is, what that does. She's just nodding, her eyes getting wider and wider, and being like, "Might have to get some more." And by the end of your whole like explanation of what it is. You see her eyes kind of like darting around. She's like, might have to get Marley into that. And she's just nodding. You asked about Marley's fall. A few months back, about 3 months back, she fell, went missing for hours, and we found her deep in a snow crevasse, where she seemed to have fallen through some of the snow that had fallen earlier that day down into a deep hole, or deep ice crevasse down into farther down.
Terrifying.
It was terrifying for me. It took us the better part of a few hours to get her out, but she came out, seemed fine. No, just apart from a few minor scrapes and bruises, but ever since then she's been more withdrawn.
Did she mention anything that happened when she was in the crevasse?
She didn't remember anything. She just seemed to have a large bump on her head. Her eyes were her eyes were wide when we brought her out, and almost as though she had gone through some form of ordeal. But I mean, falling into a crevasse and being stuck down there for hours, so it's not a normal occurrence around here, and it's very terrifying, especially for a young lady.
I can imagine.
Well, for anyone, actually.
That sounds like a terrible ordeal.
If you see Marley, please tell her that I am worried about her and that I wish she would come home.
We will let her know if we find her.
Would you like to come with us while we go looking for her?
Oh, jeez.
As much as I would love to, I do have some.
Tonph will carry you on his back. He told me himself.
I mean, I'm used to carrying the team anyways.
I don't want to.
It's not until
protect someone while we're out on the road, guys.
It's not until
We're not going on the road. We're going around the corner.
It's not until late night that I normally
I could probably carry over that way.
It's not until late. It's not until like the sun goes down and she's not home. That's when I start getting worried. But
I don't know.
If there was an attack earlier today, and these basilisks you speak of attacked the village, then just let her know that I want to know that she's safe.
We will do that.
You want to know that? Okay. Yep, we got that.
Let her know that you know that she's safe. Got it.
I want to know that she's safe.
Right.
So you want to know that she knows that you know that she's safe.
I just want to know that everyone
Yes.
knows that what we know is the things that everyone needs to know.
So if you know that we'll keep her safe, she'll know that we know that you want her to be safe.
This is getting very confusing for me, but yes, I think we understand each other.
We're on the same page.
Sort of, but okay. Over the course of the next few minutes, you finish up your food. If you have any other questions you'd like to ask this small gnomish lady.
Do you have any more food?
How?
By the way,
how's
the food was
bathroom
divine.
Situation here. Is there larger than normal bathrooms somewhere?
Yes, my home is one of the smaller homes, but the Sudden Bear is accommodating for all races and sizes. You should be able to find accommodations there.
Are we getting a room? Or are we gonna get a room, or are we gonna head there? Because someone's got to pee.
I don't think we rested after.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did we rest?
That's the word that I wanted to use. Rest.
It's totally up to you guys.
I tip my hat.
Yeah, let's
at
take
the-
a rest.
I'm still
The
pretty
whole thing.
stoned. I could take a rest. But
Hello.
All right. So, you get a little bit more food from the gnomish lady. You eventually head back to the Sudden Bear. Jeska does her dragonborn business. And
I had to pee that entire battle, guys. You don't even know. Like, really, I only called Bean out because I couldn't fight, or else I would have peed myself.
As we were leaving, by the way, I left 10 gold.
Okay.
For the gnome.
Okay, cool. Okay, you eventually make your way back to the Sudden Bear, and you guys taking a long rest? Taking a short rest? What are you doing?
Long rest.
Long.
Yeah.
The only thing, I'm good with doing a long rest. The only thing is I want to get with, I want to try and get with somebody to see if they can keep an eye out for Marley and Skona. Is it Skona or Sakona?
Sukona.
Sukona.
Sukona. Sukona.
Oh,
Yeah, just to kind of keep an eye out for them.
I'll keep an eye out because I've got to tinker with some stuff anyway.
I don't need to rest at all.
Aren't you freaking lucky that you don't have spells that you have to recharge?
Yeah, it's pretty great. Are you sure we didn't rest already? Like, why are my hit points all the way back up?
You might have got.
I don't know.
You tell me.
I don't know.
I don't need to rest. So I'd like to wander about and see what I can find out. Like, look, just keep an eye out. Kind of use a little tracking because I kind of know which direction they ran off
in the vicinity just in case anything
yeah.
pops up.
Yeah.
You weren't here. This town is walking distance, like 3 minutes front to back. Like, this is a very small town. That's why when the gnome said, "Oh, on the outskirts of town somewhere," I was like, "You should know where that is, though, right?" So
I was just informed that Jeska
For us
healed
tiny
you.
folk, it's a little bit longer walk.
Okay.
Birdie
So
just told me that it was Jessica that healed you. That's why you're good.
Jeska.
Yeah, I did do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we'll say over the course of over the next 8
Used all my
hours.
spells.
We'll say over the course of the next 8 hours, the rest of you take a long rest, like intentionally, like bandage up your wounds. You're restored to full health. You take your, you get all your spells back. Dryden, you're not doing any physical exertion at the moment, so unless other things happen, while they're doing that, you walk around. You get you got the instructions to Sakona's house, and you manage to walk over in that direction, and you do kind of scope it out a little bit. It looks very similar to the gnomish house that you just left. It is set farther into the ground. This one looks a little bit more ramshackled. There's a few. The roof does not look as well maintained. It looks like there's a few potential like very thin spots, almost like there might even be a few holes that come up, or there might be like about to happen in the roof. There is no smoke coming out of the chimney, but you do find the house you believe to be Sukona's, and the ones that the directions pointed you in that direction of, while still continuing to ask people to be on the lookout for Marley and Sukona as you kind of work through the town.
okay, what time is it? I'm assuming it's like the dead of night.
This is like right. This is like by the time you get over there, probably about 5 in the evening at this point.
Oh, I'm knocking on the door.
Okay, knock on the door. Wait a little bit. No response.
So it's a little tiny door.
Yeah, it's a little tiny door.
Okay, I knock on the tiny door again. Maybe a little bit harder.
A little softer.
And then just right. No, no answer.
So just this type sound. No answer.
What are the chances I can lift the roof off this house and look down into it?
Guys, try.
I'd like to pick the roof up.
Just
off
open the
this
door
house.
if you want to go in.
It's too
Okay,
small.
strength-
I won't
strength
fit.
check. Strength
Oh
check.
my gosh.
You're not there. You're resting.
I love it.
Yeah, we're sleeping.
I'd like to stick to the shadows and watch what Blue's doing here.
Are you resting or are you tinkering?
Dryden.
I'm going to be tinkering at some point in the night.
Okay.
Tinkering in the shadows.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shadow
Okay.
tinker.
Yourself, Geth.
Ugh.
Is that what they're calling it nowadays?
So Geth, you're following then. Okay, I gotcha. So you're not taking a long rest yet. Okay.
Like, what the fuck is
It's
this guy
always
doing
sneaking in
now?
the shadows.
So Dryden, you find like a kind of a portion of the roof. You get your fingers underneath it. Like you actually end up ripping like a good portion of the roof off, and you're just like a good like solid fourth of the roof just comes completely off at this point, and you're just holding it, and it's like kind of like, and you're just kind of holding it up in the air, just kind of waves flimsily. A few villagers look over, you'd be like, "Oi, what are you doing? What are you doing up there? What are you doing to the roof? Are you trying to destroy the house?"
No, I'm fixing a divot.
Let's fix it, damn it.
Make a persuasion roll.
Space Jam.
Eh?
So glad you got that.
That was what I rolled.
Hey.
They're just like, all right. They keep walking. Like, all right, just be careful. There's some sick people in there. And, the pair just keeps walking.
Does he
along.
loudly tell the rest of the town exactly what I'm doing, word for word?
Nope, just keeps walking.
He's fixing a divot.
As you look into, as you're currently holding this flimsy portion of the roof, that's mostly just straw and it's starting to kind of like fracture and not necessarily stay as like together as you'd expect it to. You glance down and look into it, and you see a very similar laid out type of like kind of living common room area that you just left and that you were currently really scrunched into. The only difference on this one is as you're kind of looking in it, everything is very, very dusty. There appears to only be like, while there's no table, there is a fireplace in the corner that looks like it has like the small remnants of a fire that's probably gone out probably a few hours ago. And it's like just a little bit of smoke is kind of coming off of it. And you see also in the other predominant feature of this room is that there is a bed, a two-person bed in it. And you see two people currently sleeping or currently laying down in the bed at this point.
So there are people in there then. Like that is okay. And are they what kind of people are they? We deal with a lot of different people.
Yeah, they look like two gnomes.
Why does that matter, Blue?
It's actually a viable question.
These people.
What do you mean, these people? There were two gnomes laying in this bed, a male and a female. From what you can see, both have very stock gray hair, and the man is like balding on top. A very not well kept beard adorns his face. The female, her hair is very wispy, does like not look full at all. They're currently like tucked in, and they're just laying there, eyes shut. You see their chests rise and fall as they breathe, sleeping.
Oi!
No response.
I poke one of them.
No response.
Okay, I set the roof down. Can I still see the people walking away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that.
I set the roof down and turn around and go, oi! So
they turn around and they're like, one of them goes like, "What? What do you want?"
Quick question for you, all right, real quick. Sorry, I'm new to this whole thing, the whole fixing divots thing. While fixing that divot, I saw a couple people inside that home that appeared to be sleeping. That's normal. Wasn't being weird or anything. They asked me to fix the divot. You can ask them if you can wake them up. Do you know how to wake them up?
Poke them?
I did poke them actually, and they didn't
Yell
wake
at
up.
them?
I did yell at them, and they didn't wake up. Should we help them?
Gina, do you know any other way to wake people up? Throw some water on them?
Please don't pee on them. Please don't pee on them. Come on,
You see the other gnome currently actually look down at his groin for a moment, look up, and think. Then he's like, "Nah." He's like, yeah, "That's the only way I know how to wake people up. It's just throw water, poke them, yell at them." Normally, Gina gets kind of annoyed at me when I start yelling or poking her, and she's like, "Damn right I do."
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
So, do you guys have a bucket of water I could have to throw on these people?
They kind of look around, and they kind of look around, and it's like, no, there's a bucket right there, and then the fountain and the water spigot's over there.
We're talking about the life and death of these people. I need you to give me a bucket of water now.
I get an intimidation check. They look very frightened, and you see them go all right, jeez, we're okay. And they the guy goes and runs and grabs a bucket and starts hurrying after Gina, and Gina's currently already at the pump. He's like, hurry, and starts pumping the water eventually comes up and fills the bucket full of water. Guy runs it back over to you and says, "Here, just don't pee on him. Don't do anything. Just here's the bucket of water."
I'm not gonna do anything.
Try and
I'm
wake him
worried
up.
about their well-being. So I grab the bucket, walk back over with the one hand because I'm feeling strong. I lift the roof bag up, and I take the bucket, and I dump not dump, but I pour just a teeny bit of water on one of their foreheads. Just a teeny bit.
Okay.
Is there a page in the book
No
for
re-
pouring water on people?
No response.
He's looking up the rules.
No response.
Volume
response.
of water cubed.
I
Little
dumped the
bit of
bucket.
trickle.
I dumped the
That's on
bucket
your
of
friend.
water on one of the people.
Gets all over both of them. They are both now absolutely soaked. Just raises, falls, rises, falls. Still sleeping. There's a little bit of a sputter as their lungs kind of exhale the water, like the little bit of water that jumped into their.
You decided they were choking on the water, not me.
Still sleeping. Just raises, falls.
Okay, turn around. Oi! You didn't wake him up.
Okay. As you turn around, you come face to face with another individual, with slightly pointed ears. You hear this sound, and you turn around and you're face to face with your compatriot of Geth.
Hi, Geth.
Hey, man. What are you doing?
I think they're dead, but they're breathing.
I think I can wake him up.
If you shoot them, then again, idea, Geth. If we line them up, you can kill them both with one bullet.
That's true, I could. I don't think I want to kill him, though.
Ah, damn, all right.
So I unload my pistol of all the bullets in it, but I load it up with gunpowder, and I'm just gonna fire a blank. I'm gonna reach my hand with the gun into the house and then shoot it off.
Okay, you do.
Just holding the roof
Lets out
up.
a very deafening sound. You're still sleeping.
All right,
Just-
well, I'm out.
You're out. Do you know anything about, like, I've dumped water on them, I poked them. Do you know anything
I
about
mean,
At this point, you look over. At this point, a voice cuts through the air. Took me way too long to find that word. Cuts through the air and says, "What do you think you're doing? What have you done to my house?"
I'm fixing a divot.
You whirl around, you spin around, and you see walking towards you a very small gnomish girl with bright green hair, very, very vibrant and dark emerald eyes, who is currently staring at you, and she walks up to you and says, "What are you doing? My parents are sleeping in there."
I set the roof down and I walk over and basically I kind of like plop down on the ground in like a non-intimidating, like almost like on your level, like let's just have a conversation kind of thing.
Not anywhere close to her level, but yeah, I got you.
But it's more than standing up and being like, I'm a lot bigger than you.
Right, I got you. You kind of like plop down yeah, I got you.
And
I will stay standing up behind Dryden
Okay.
and cross my arms.
I do one swift motion with my arm and knock him out at the knees.
Strength check versus guess dexterity check.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
not good.
I never win these interactions. I'm really happy about this one.
Geth is just prone back on his back at this point. Just as the air kind of gets knocked out of him. You sit up a little bit. It's gonna hurt, but you're now sitting as well. Once again, the girl looks up at you, Dryden, and says, "What do you think you're doing? That's my house. My parents are very sick. They must maintain their rest."
Could you tell me what's wrong with them? Because I wanted to talk to them to find you, frankly, and they're not waking up. And then we'll discuss why I was trying to find you.
They've been sleeping like that for a few weeks now, and I feed them as best I can. I make sure that they get water and they stay hydrated. But our healers have said that
Like a
it is. Our healers have said that as long as the fever doesn't come back, we should be okay.
Sakona, right?
Who's asking?
Me.
And you are?
None of your damn
The hell?
business.
Shut up, Geth. I'm Dryden. This is Geth. The least intimidating person you'll ever meet using no inflection in his voice.
My gun's still unloaded of bullets, but since I'm behind Dryden, I'm gonna put it right next to his ear and fire off another blank.
Tonight.
Okay, so it's gonna take you a moment or two to actually re-put the gunpowder back in there and get it reset since you're using just your pistol. So it takes you a moment to do that. Dryden, you see Geth working with something behind you, but you're make a perception check.
Periphery.
Geth is messing with something by you. You're more concerned about the gnomish girl in front of you at this point, and she says, she gives this small awkward little curtsy, and it's like, it's a pleasure to meet both of you.
I don't appreciate your ruse.
Don't appreciate you ripping off half of my house in order to try and talk to my parents.
That's fair. Have a seat. Let's have a conversation.
She stands there, kind of crosses her arms, and just just taps her feet a little bit and says, "What do you want to talk to me about?"
I want to know why they're sleeping, and I want to know when I'm going to have tinnitus for the rest of the night.
They're sleeping because they're sick. Our healers have tried everything that they know, and that they are currently in some form of coma as far as they can tell. They told the healers to check on them every single day. Make sure that they ask me to make sure that they get water and some food that I can get down their throats, and apart from that, they refuse to wake.
When did this happen?
They've been sick ever since we got here, about a few years ago, and just comes in waves, sometimes hits them, but never to this extent before.
Now, what happens when you get sick?
I don't get sick.
You don't, like, sneeze or anything?
I sneeze, but that's just because we get things up my nose, and that gets quite annoying at times, but nothing happens. Why?
Well,
I'm more concerned about your friend Marley.
Is Marley all right?
Well,
She ran off from me when those things attacked, and you told us to run.
mhm.
She ran off, and we made it a few yards before her eyes grew wide as she stared at me, and she ran away screaming like I was some form of monster to her. Haven't been able to track her down since.
She fell in a ice chasm a while back, right?
Aye, she did.
Mm-hmm. Do you happen to take a look at that ice chasm when they found her?
I mean, I was one of the people helping to bring her up, but I didn't go down into it, if that's what you're asking.
Mm. Do you know? Have you guys been back there? Has she wanted to go back there?
She doesn't want to go back there. Reminds her too much of that painful memory.
Right.
So, any other questions?
well, earlier, do you remember me from the whole basilisk incident out there?
Aye, and thank you for saving our lives. It was helpful. It was.
Oh, it was nothing. But I couldn't help but notice one of you was invisible. I couldn't see your friend there. What was that all about? Does that happen a lot?
Invisible.
Oh god, the dice.
I'm invisible. Did something happen?
You were right there. You held her hand.
And there were giant lizards right next to us. I was a little preoccupied.
You didn't recognize, like, even acknowledge the fact that she was completely invisible when you ran off.
I want to roll for insight.
Hold on, I actually have to think about how that played out in the last game.
I literally
Hold on.
made them hold hands.
That's right, you did. Sorry, this is what happens when the DM forgets things. Hi.
How is it that Dryden is remembering things the DM isn't remembering?
Dryden's real smart.
Keeping him honest. Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
a good
how
player
the-
right there, guys.
How the
Good
hell
job,
does
guys.
this not know this?
That's a good play right there. Watch your DMs, guys.
That happens, guys. Good job.
she thinks about it for a moment. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. She was because you had us hold hand. Yep. Okay, I'm remembering that now. What was your question again?
Did you notice that
What's
she
up with
was
that?
invisible?
Just assumed it was part of the. I mean, I found it strange. I found it strange, but nothing. Found it strange, but wasn't really trying to ask questions to figure out why she was invisible at that time.
Do you never came up? Does she go invisible from time to time? Is it a thing that happens?
No.
Okay, well, let me pose it to you this way. If Geth here were to go invisible, good on you, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. But if he were to go invisible, I'd want to know more about how, why, and for what purpose.
Well, now that you talk about it, there has been some weird things happening around Marley recently. Random creatures have been popping up when we're together, and there have been oftentimes random explosions or sparks that have been going off near us, not directly on top of us or anything, but just near us. And we normally she gets scared and runs away, and I go over and investigate him, and when I get over there, nothing's there. Nothing's happened. It's kind
Now,
of
when would you say that this stuff started?
a month ago, maybe?
Hmm.
At least that's the first time I was noticing it.
Has anyone else gotten hurt from this?
Not that I know of, no. I mean, we've had some, and there's been some weird incidents happening recently. Water completely freezing over in the middle of the day. There was that roof that caught fire, but luckily no one was hurt. There was a cave-in down at the dwarven ruins.
Do
What does this have to do with Marley?
Do you know where she is now?
No, as I said, after she became visible again, she saw me. Her eyes widened. She got very scared and ran in the direction of the ruins, and I went to go look for her and couldn't find her.
We need to find her. So we're going to have to go look for her. All right.
Well, do what you want, and I gotta check on my parents at this point.
I understand that. I hand her 200 gold and say,
Okay.
I'm sorry I couldn't fix your roof. You'll have to hire someone else to do it.
She looks down at the gold and says, "All right. I know some people who would be more than happy to help fix the roof," and she pockets the gold.
It's probably way more gold than she needed, but I did throw water on her parents, and Geth covered the entire inside of the house with gunpowder.
What's gunpowder?
It's just this magical stuff.
That'll be
really,
alright.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't breathe too much of
At
it.
which point, right next to your head, Dryden, your eardrum just gets blown out, and Marley, Sukona like reaches her hands up and is like, "Ah, what? Get out of here!"
With pleasure. I stand up and walk away.
You walk away.
Like how in the real world you can't keep a straight face. Oh.
Mom.
So Sukona kind of looks at you, just a little meaved. Her ears still ringing, and she's like trying to mess with them. Geth is walking away at this point.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I think we're all set here. Ugh. Can I help you with anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Perhaps you need like a wall torn down off your house or something.
Her hand just goes up and says, "I'm good," and she's still like messing with one of her ears. And she walks into her house. At this point, you hear the door kind of close behind her. I say all of you eventually make your way back to the Sudden Bear. If that's unless you guys are going someplace else. Dryden and Geth.
No, I'll head back.
I think it's time to head back.
You guys head back. You meet up with the rest of your party. You all eventually complete a long rest. You can talk over the long rest if you feel so compelled to. If you have anything that you would like to accomplish before you set out on your... Actually...
I need to put fuses inside of my grenades.
I was going to say, it's getting late in the evening. So anything you guys would like to do before the evening rest happens?
I need to put fuses in my grenades.
Okay.
I've got rope.
Have the rest of us been just like resting the rest of the day, the whole day?
Unless you guys want to do something, what do you want to do?
No, I was just asking. While they were doing that,
while they were doing that, you guys were resting. Yes, you guys
cool.
said you wanted to take a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make some more arrows in the meantime.
Geth, make a Tinker's check. Yeah, just make a regular Tinker's check.
We waking up anytime soon?
Yeah, you guys are awake at this point by the time they get back.
Blood curse is back to full health.
Follow-up question. Did we know whether or not there was a leather worker here?
Leather worker? Asking around, you could find one. Yeah. There's a blacksmith, so probably about as close as you're gonna get. It's not quite a leather worker specifically. That one you're probably gonna look into probably a larger city.
Yeah. That's fine.
There's no one in this town that this isn't like a armory type town. I mean, you could probably find someone maybe, but this is more like bare bones, try to survive. The only reason there's a blacksmith is to help make portions for the tools that they need. And since it is primarily mining town, there's not really a ton of fighting that they do. A lot of their resources come from the mines that they work in and the minerals that they export.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. I was just curious.
All right, Geth, you. Okay, so you have rope. You have.
Yeah, because I've got the grenades, the 2 grenades that I made, but I didn't make a fuse.
I was gonna say you have so you're putting you're just making a fuse thing. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay. Yeah, no, easily. Oh no, that's easy enough. You take some tar and wax and just put the cap over, put rope in. Yeah, more than fine.
Sweet.
Okay. Cool. So you had 2 grenades. You had 2 of those grenade things. So write down 2 functional grenades ?
All right.
Okay.
Asterisk.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So you take the rest of the day, pretty much relax, do what you need to do. All of you are restored to full health. You are restored to full spells. Geth, you're able to craft those and still manage to get your full rest in. Wake up the next morning. Day is yours.
So, guys, it sounds like Marlee has wandered off to the dwarven mines nearby.
Okay.
So,
do we want to go?
I'm saying let's go to it. This girl's dangerous, and not saying it'll come to it, but she might need to get put down.
Or saved.
Or put down.
Or put.
I'll hit her with a hammer.
Wow.
We're getting crazy. Okay.
Wow.
All right. I guess we're doing this so I can go protect this girl from you guys.
I meant that figuratively too.
I think we gotta put Brontor back down for another nappy poo. Someone is grumpy. Grumpy Gus over here. All right.
No, I'm good, man. Let's do this.
Let's.
Ready for
We
some
probably
action.
shouldn't kill her because A, that's inhumane, and we're good people, and B, she could probably help us, fix this. What if it's not her? What if it's something in the town?
I'm not
Okay,
saying
we'll
I
kill
want to. If
everything
it comes
around
down
her
to it,
until we get to her, and then if it comes to it, we'll kill her.
yeah.
Why you didn't plan for this?
So you
Plan for everything.
you guys are having this conversation as you're making your way to the Dwarven ruins and the Dwarven ruins. I'll say. You eventually make it to after getting directions kind of to them, and you find this portion of the it takes you out of the town, little farther down the 10 trail that you guys have currently been currently traversing on your way towards Neverwinter. Eventually, it comes to kind of like a more rockier area, and as you're descending, because now you guys are now descending a little bit from Huddlestone. As you're descending, you hear this boom, 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 boom from behind you. You glance back and you see this large humanoid figure following after you. A giant hand waves down at you and says, "You guys didn't tell me you were leaving."
Frankly, I didn't think you were still here.
We're leaving!
I
Hey,
thought
buddy.
about you, Harsh. I was thinking about you.
Harsh there. Good to see you, pal.
Good to see you too. I saw you yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
It's been
We
like a
meant
week.
we were coming by to get you.
Hey,
How's it
I
going?
like you, man, so.
You guys were
Every
walking
time I
in
see you, it's
you guys
great
were
to
walking the opposite direction than I was sitting. I was sitting over on the other side of town.
Little people like us, we're just crazy like that and lose direction all the time, right?
And you got great patience.
He kind of just like nods and shrugs and just kind of keeps walking.
I keep my laughter to myself.
Eventually, you guys continue walking down. As you're walking down, you end up noticing that the cloud cover in this area is getting a lot thicker, and you kind of end up descending kind of through a few clouds. You can still see trees and everything. It's like you're in a very, very thick fog right now. In a very thick fog. Eventually, as you're kind of walking through this a shadow kind of looms out from in front of you, and you see a 40-foot tall, by 25, by about 30-foot wide opening, that huge archway. Parts of it that look crumbled and torn, and kind of not torn off, but just kind of crumbled and completely out of repair. This large archway that just kind of goes into the side of the mountain that you guys have been currently walking on. You glance around, you do see some dwarven runes on kind of marking the sides of this archway, and that's where you guys are currently at.
Looks
Looks
like
very
we're
open to me.
Cool archway.
Can I decipher any of the runes?
Huge.
You see
You have
nope, no map.
A visual
the
person.
map of your mind.
Archway, okay, ruins. All right, we're good.
I can put you back on the north map.
Oh my god, that's so much.
So,
Um,
I like it.
You're descending down through the area. You glance in and deciphering some of the runes. You glance up and you see it translates roughly to welcome esteemed guests of Clan Zala.
That's me.
Seek friend and enter.
Clan
I'm-
Zala.
I'm Clan Zala.
anybody know about Clan Zala?
Do I know about Clan Zala from my religion studies?
History
history
check.
Do I know anything about Clan Zala from my time in the pubs?
History
As a
check.
slut.
Do I know anything about Clan Zala from my work with the hermit in the swamps?
It's the first two history checks I've taken, so
So I don't.
I do know about Clan Wu-Tang, though.
yes, they are very skilled with their mouths, actually.
And it's
They
nothing
are-
to fuck with.
They are very good.
They are
They're gifted wordsmiths.
They are an esteemed college of bards that their home monastery is not monastery. Their home college is somewhat of a mystery and somewhat has been lost to legend. Some even think it is legend, but there still are bards that wander around that have been known to come from that college.
I met a man of many methods, and he told me about the clan Wu-Tang.
If Wu-Tang Financial, they do diversify their bonds.
Oh my god. So, Dryden,
H-O-D, man.
So Dryden and Jeska, you guys, surprisingly, you both know of Clan Zala. They were a clan that existed before the spell plague. They ended up no one has really heard from them for quite some time. And as people have kind of like gone and looked at where their structures and their mines used to be, they have found them all in just complete and absolute ruin. They used to be very, very some of the best metal workers among dwarfdom, but ever since their disappearance, it's been a huge blow to some of the dwarven iron workers. However, there are other clans that have been brought up to fill their shoes.
Geth nods in agreement.
Gotcha. Cool. So,
I know about these things. That's all I
know.
say.
Yes. Okay, I remember.
I don't know anything useful,
I'm sorry.
but
Yeah,
I know some
I
things.
get it. Yep.
okay.
These are things that we know
Stuff.
of.
Right, Geth?
Got it. All right, let's go.
All right, so you guys walk in. Cool. All right, you walk in, and it is actually surprisingly large enough for Harshnag to actually follow you in and actually move pretty freely.
Our pet giant gets to come. I mean, our friend giant gets to come.
He hears you.
This will be funny.
He
Put
hears
this
you
rope
say,
around your neck. Just hold. I'm gonna walk you in like you're
No,
my pet.
Harsh. I was joking.
He hears you say that. He hears you say that and says, "I am nobody's pet."
If anything, we're like your little puppy dogs running around your feet.
Come on, just put this rope around your neck.
As you
and
say
I'll walk
that,
you in.
Can I sit on your shoulder?
As you say that, Jeska, he you see his shoulders kind of slump a little bit more, and he gets really reserved and just really quiet.
I'm sorry. Did you have a pet puppy you lost?
No answer.
Damn it, Rams.
Harshnag, can I sit on your
Jeska.
shoulder going into this new city? I'm kind of scared.
He just keeps walking.
Oh, you guys,
Oh.
what did you do to him?
Harsh, I'm sorry. Big H.
He's such a good friend, and now he's sad.
His name's Harshnag.
Too far, Jeska.
The
First jab.
harder Jeska tries to be nice, the meaner she is. She's killing everyone. She's pissing off the only ally we've made this whole time. Like,
Man, now he's never gonna fight with us again.
You walk about 20. You walk about 100 yards into this very, very beautiful, just grand, although in somewhat rumbling and ruined state, beautiful dwarven mined and crafted great hall. There are pillars that just go from floor to ceiling. It is very dark in here, so some of you light some torches to kind of be able to see where you're actually walking. Brontor, you especially need it, but you managed to kind of walk in and see. And even with the limited light, it does you are impressed with the dwarven architecture and their building capabilities. For some of you, this is the first time ever seeing very well made, or even at all just dwarven architecture. You keep walking and walking, and you glance about, and it's a very wide open space. The pillars just run. Think kind of like Tolkien's not Farthen Door. Fuck.
Rivendor?
No,
Elves deep.
No.
No, I know.
I hate all of you.
Mordor.
No, it's Fellowship of the Rings where the Balrog is. I'm failing as a
I know
nerd
what
right
you're
now.
talking
Frodo.
about.
Moria.
Yeah, think more like think like the Moria. Like
Moria.
Tolkien.
Yeah.
What's a Moria?
think of that. That's
Like
kind of, think of that. Like there's
It's
there's a
higher
lot
than
of
Alessia.
Thank you. Thanks, Kitch. Yeah, you think of that as kind of
Kitch
like
knows.
as you're walking. You eventually reach the other side though, and you do see there is a it is just flat stone. And it's just flat stone. You kind of walk around the entire perimeter of the room, and you find apart from the entrance that you walked in, there is just flat stone everywhere.
Do we hear drums?
No.
Drums in the deep.
Can we tell what the space is used for?
Seems like a great hall. Seems like a gathering place of some form.
Perception check.
Yeah, go for it. You do find it odd though that there's no other doors or no other entrances apart from the one you entered.
Perception.
I'm looking. I'm not good at perception.
Perception.
I'm keeping track.
Prescription.
Tonph and Brontor. Tonph and
Yeah,
Brontor.
19.
You
Keen
both,
eyes.
as both of you are kind of just walking around, you do catch one portion of the wall that looks a little less dirty than the rest. You
Hey
go.
guys.
Yes.
No, I was gonna wait for the DM. Go ahead.
No, I'm letting you go.
No, go ahead.
You were saying something, Brontor?
We'll wait.
I'm listening.
I don't know what I see yet.
You walk up to it, and you what you see is the thing that mainly catches, like the entire rest of the walls are just absolutely smooth, but this one portion has this beautiful carving in it of what appears to be like dwarves and like doing mine, a very beautiful depiction of just kind of like what you gather is kind of the history of Clan Zala. But the thing that catches your attention is that there's one dwarf that's currently standing there, and in the very center of his chest there is just a large hole that looks about
Giggity.
it's his chest. It's about
Sorry, I thought I was mute.
it's probably a foot wide. It's probably about a foot wide, about a foot in diameter, all the way across, and it kind of extends into darkness, from what you can see.
Hey, Tom, do you want to stick your arm in that? See what happens?
Want to is a strong word. But I stick my hand in there.
I'll do it if Tom doesn't want to do it.
Okay, so Tom, if you reach your hand in there,
Curiosity has the best of me.
you feel you have to kind of like stretch, and like your arm, it goes all the way up to your shoulder. Like you reach your arm in there, and you feel your hand actually is able to grasp onto what it feels like an iron rod that's sticking in there. And you kind of like feel up and down it. It runs all the way up and down the hole. Tut. And as you kind of mess with it, you feel it turn a little bit. You feel a little bit of give.
Okay. After holding it for a second, I just start screaming at the top of my lungs. Just like, ah!
Okay.
Jessica rushes over. What's wrong? Do you need healing?
There was a rat that crawled over my hand. It scared me. We're good. I think. I don't know. Maybe it was a spider. I don't know.
Rats as big. Spiders as big as rats.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know very much about the gnomish people. I thought that you were a man. Am I misunderstanding that?
I don't know. To me, gnomish people are horrendous people, but halflings are absolutely wonderful people. I love halflings.
Whatever, halflings.
But yeah, gnomes are
you were
the worst.
I thought you were a halfling man.
Yeah. I know how you feel, Jessica. And I just turn away.
Okay. Well, you still have your arm stuck in the hole at this point.
I know. I turn away
Clutching
from
around.
her.
Okay, gotcha.
I just played and get this perception again.
I'm like, so Tonph was in the hole.
Apparently a rat.
Feels
And
like a large
tiny
rod.
baby screaming.
There's a little bit of give to it. Feels like it might rotate.
Can you tug
It,
on it?
It's kind of loose. Let me jiggle it, and so I'm gonna try and turn it.
Okay. You turn it. It turns a full 90 degrees, and you hear this. Brontor, make a dexterity check.
Uh-oh.
I was just going to suggest that you probably check for traps, but you made me mad.
You called me a gnome.
12?
Y'all are just tiny people.
Okay. Brontor, you feel this not Brontor. Tonph, you feel this unbelievable sharp pain.
Did I need to make the dexterity save?
Did I say Brontor?
You did say
You
Brontor.
did.
Sorry, Tonph, make a dexterity check.
All right, let me make a dexterity saving throw or a dexterity check.
Dexterity saving
Montour's
throw.
just on the side being dexterous.
Yeah, he's just being super dexterous.
Ooh,
Technical.
I lingered on that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's 5 for 2.
Okay, so
good.
Tonph, you feel the click and you sense something's not right. You feel the shift in air and you pull your hand out just in time to feel this, or just as you see, just coming all throughout the hole, just these metal spikes that just jut out from the all edges of the hole. Your hand manages to dart out, and you watch as they retract back into like small slits along the side of this little cavern. But you do hear this as they retract. You hear this as you glance forward and you see a large door, as tall from ceiling to ground, just open and begin to slowly open inward, farther deeper, open farther in.
I walk up to Tonph and I pat him on the back, basically as hard as you'd possibly imagine I could, and go, "Nice job!"
Tonph just goes sliding into the ground and almost like forward into the actual room itself.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's good. It's good work.
It feels good to
Arsenic.
get hit on the back really hard, doesn't it?
Dryden, make a dexterity saving throw.
What? Why me? Ooh,
19?
I'm having a good day today.
As you duck down to kind of help Tonph back up, you feel this just right over your head of just air. You kind of glance back. You see Harshnag currently just reaching back reaching like kind of like just awkwardly scratching his head.
I laugh. I go, that would have been really funny. And it was funny that you missed.
Harshnag just kind of looks like isn't even making eye contact. He's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he just starts walking in the door.
I turn and go, "Harshnag!" Just to get his attention.
Yeah.
And then I slowly hold up a bro fist.
He brings the giant sized fist down. Like your fist is like where my finger is, and like the rest of his fist is just entirely encompassing. Like it's just like boop.
I'd like to think that I
Back,
jumped
just
the
walking.
last foot and a half to meet the fist. Just so I leave the ground a little bit.
Yeah, you jump up a little bit. Kaboom. Get there. Yeah. You guys continue walking down this corridor through the doors. The doors stay open. Nothing crazy. Your entire party walks down. I need for everyone to make perception checks.
Wait,
Cute.
that's on my
I gotta
17.
get my-
I rolled a 7. What the fuck?
My perception eyes.
I always think the dice on the screen when we all do it is mine, and I was like, yeah!
All right.
take a
Tonph,
20.
Geth, and Brontor.
Me and Rams are just picking our noses over here. Me and Jeska are just picking our noses. Like, oh, yeah.
Tonph, Brontor, and Geth. You guys, all of you, as you were walking farther and farther in, as all three of you are walking farther in, and as your entire party is, something catches all three of your ears, kind of almost simultaneously. You hear what sounds like No. You hear the sounds of like echoing. What almost sounds like cries or kind of like sniffles, and it's just like. It just seems to be echoing from farther in.
You guys hear that?
Yeah, it sounds like someone's here.
Is Tonph crying again?
Jeska and Dryden, you guys are carrying a conversation with Harshnag at this point.
I'm sorry, Harsh. I didn't mean to insult puppies.
Geth Tonph, you hear that?
Yeah.
I did hear that. It sounds like we've got company.
Sounds like a.
Yeah, let's
I don't know what it sounds like.
I keep
slow it down a little bit. We're gonna try to figure out what this
put my
is.
hand on my gun.
Harshnag,
And
where's
hold
the
it.
best stew you've ever gotten? Where was that?
He informed you it's someplace in Waterdeep, called the Laughing Lamia.
Writing that down. What was it called again?
The Laughing Lamia.
Laughing what?
Lamia.
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 Yeah. So you guys continue walking in. You get a little closer and keep like, and at this point, all of you can hear these kind of like echoing, like kind of sniffles, and like it does kind of sound as if like somebody's crying a little bit. As you kind of glance, as you look forward, you see another large archway in the gloom. But this time everyone hears a voice kind of come echoing back at you. I can't go on. I can't go on like this. This wasn't supposed to happen. A second voice enters your ears, and it comes echoing down. It says, "It's all right. It's all right. They will understand. You have been my friend for so long. Is this really the best way? Is this the best thing that I can do for everybody?" Yes, it is. It's the best thing you can do. They will understand. You guys get closer and closer, or continue getting closer, and you hit the archway. You glance into this very large room, approximately 80 feet by about 60. There are two staircases that kind of lead up on your sides, about halfway into the room, that lead up to small, like, ledges that you can see. Farther back at the pillars line the middle of this this kind of walkway, this hallway. But you glance farther in and you see two small girls who are currently, like, one is kneeling down on the ground, or both are kneeling on the ground. One is like kind of like behind the other girl with her hands just kind of on the other one's shoulders. And as you're watching this and like kind of listening to this, you do get a little bit. You can see that one girl has very brown hair. The other one, her hair is a very stark and bright green.
I grab Jessica's hand and bust through the doors and try to get her to, hey, you got to help this girl right now.
Okay, as you run into that area, because there's no doors really to bust through.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As
dramatically as possible.
It's just not, you rush through, you see the girl with the green hair kind of glance up and says, "Marley, if you're going to end it now. I don't want to go on farther any much more like this."
I say, Marley, wait, we can probably help her.
I'm gonna pull out my musket
No,
and take a knee.
Okay, you do.
I'm just gonna cast whole person on Marley.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stealth and try and move around. Is there any sort of like pillars or anything? I assume.
How about I give you guys a map?
Yeah,
That'd be wonderful.
that'd be awesome.
It's
Okay.
up at the
There
top.
looks to be pillars. I'm
Okay.
gonna try and stealth over and kind of kind of hide behind one of those and have my bow at the ready.
I'm dragging Jessica, trying to get her. Hey, he gotta save her.
I'm gonna move to the
Are
side.
Which one do I save? I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so Jeska, you're casting hold person.
Yeah, so
Right.
since I
So,
see Marley's
watch-
the one talking about killing something, so I'm gonna
You-
do whole person.
You watch as Marley, as soon as the girl with the green hair says this, watch as Marley kind of raises one of her wrists and takes a knife that you didn't see clenched in the other one and brings it and is about to bring it slashing down across her wrist just as the hold person spell takes place and takes hold, and she's just frozen there. Her eyes go wide and she's just looking around in absolute horror at this point. The girl with the green hair kind of looks down at Marley and says, "It's all right. It's all right. You won't have to be in much pain much longer." It's here. We're going to take our 5-minute break.
All right, I can deal with that. All right,
So,
I gotta dip that.
Son of a bees thing.
Jeez.
Hopefully, guys, you guys are enjoying tonight's Riot sessions. Welcome to this. Guys, we need to take a bathroom break, do beer stuff, grab some water, do what you gotta do. Hi, I'm Shadowhack90.
I haven't finished one beer.
I haven't had any, surprisingly, tonight.
Come on, this.
Good for you. Hi guys, welcome to the Riot Sessions. If you're new to the channel, I'm the Blue Ranger's channel. He's one of my really good buddies. He is we do an outreach program. We do our outreach session here every the first Sunday of every month. Just have a good time. We get a chance to just go explore a fantasy world, play some Dungeons and Dragons. It's a lot of fun. If you are wanting to know who I am the Dungeon Master, Shadowhack 90 or Nathan. I like to be called. You can call me either or. I don't really have a problem with either one. I am a sometimes streamer when I have time and I am not in school doing projects. And I like to hang out. I'm a giant nerd, in case you can't tell yet. Even though I failed at my Tolkien history and I feel really ashamed of that. But I do. It's depressing. But glad you guys are stopping by and hopefully you're enjoying the content. All of these stuff goes up on YouTube every my stuff goes up on Monday. I think Blue's tries to guess his up on Monday as well. Oh, thanks, Storms. Oh, thank you. Love you too, buddy. That felt weird. But no, you can find me at twitch.tv/Shadowhack90, as well as if you go to YouTube and just type in Shadowhack90 or the Nerddom, you can find me there. Most of our previous Dungeons and Dragons sessions, and it's a lot of fun. Hey, Rams, who are you? Where can people find you?
Are you asking me?
Sure.
You know me, Nathan.
I don't know you.
For like
Who
a year
are you?
now. I'm Ramsbug. I don't stream. I do this on Sunday nights, and on Wednesday nights you'll find me also here on twitch.tv/I'm the Blue Ranger for the Weekly Apologies podcast, where we talk about games and Twitch and whatever else strikes our fancy. We have some fun guests. I don't think I can tell who our guest is just yet, because I don't think it's confirmed, but we have some exciting guests up ahead, and that's Wednesday nights at 8:30 Eastern, right here. But you'll find me around. I mod for a bunch of people and a bunch of really cool people, and I enjoy building community and being a part of it. Follow me at Twitter. On Twitter, at Ramsbug.
It's true. You should do all of that. You should do all of that type of stuff. It's amazing.
Yep. On Twitter, at Ramsbug.
On the Twitch-twats. It's intriguing. Mr. Bedrock.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Everybody.
Hey, who are you?
My name's Codybedrock.
Is that
36.
Is that really who you are?
My real name is Cody.
But is that really who you are?
It is, in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
But in order to find out more about me, you guys got to come on over to my channel at twitch.tv/Codybedrock36, and you'll find out so much more. You know, I mean, there's so much more to what you just see here Sunday nights at 7:30 playing the Riot sessions. There's so much more.
You mean there's much more to Brontor? There's a
Yes,
whole town
absolutely.
there's a whole town of Bedrock that I can visit and vacation in.
Every week.
Oh my
As a matter of
gosh, Jody.
fact.
That's amazing.
But yeah, guys, starting this week, starting Monday, about 7:30 p.m., I will be starting my new run through all of the Kingdom Hearts games. I just got them on PlayStation 4, and it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be like the first time I played it because I haven't played it in like 5-6 years. So you guys are in for a treat. So if you come over to Codybedrock 36 at twitch.tv, you guys will gonna have a great time this week, and I hope to see you there.
Awesome. Guys, make sure you go vacation, hang out, book your trip to the Bedrock Resorts and Suites. There's some wonderful stuff over there. Make sure you go check it out. Hey, you of the clan of the Shadows and the Cons. Who are you?
All right. I am a member of Clan Con.
No, but really, who are you?
I'm Shadowcawn. I do.
No, but really, who are you?
Con! All right. But I do a lot of the Twitch stuff. Twitch.tv/Shadowcawn. Do a lot of variety stuff. We've been doing story games and Cards Against Humanity on Mondays, Spooky Tuesdays, kind of free play Fridays and Thursdays, and if you didn't know already, on Sundays at 7:30 Eastern Time, I do Dungeons and Dragons with a couple of OK people. But you can also find me on Twitter. I have the same tag, or is it the same name? I don't know. You can find me on Twitter. You'll have to look, though. I'm not telling you what might be my Twitter handle, which might possibly be Shadowcawn. I have no idea who's gone.
I just want to say that you do spoops on Tuesdays. I don't know. This is Tuesday now. On 2 days?
That's weird.
Tuesdays, right?
Tuesdays. Yes.
Yes.
Tuesday.
His spoopy streams are fucking incredible. Like, they're so
really
good.
He's got good spooks.
I don't actually watch a lot of Twitch myself. I should really watch more, but I'm so busy. But I usually try to make time to watch his Tuesday spoop streams because they're so good. I'm just putting it out there.
They're pretty good.
Great
Right.
spoops.
If you really want to see a guy crap his pants on Twitch, the Tuesday's where you're at.
He does. It's awesome.
They're really damn funny. And then Cards Against Humanity is always a hoot too.
Yes.
Yep.
If you're able to let down your inhibitions and just enjoy what's happening.
By all means, if you are a fragile soul,
Don't come by.
please don't come by.
No.
It is meant for the people who very much enjoy that dark, crude, lewd humor. And if you do
That's this
not
guy.
like that kind of thing, you do not have to be there.
All right.
I have no idea who's gone.
Hey, Zach. Or Geth.
Hey,
Or not
Hey,
the lane.
Geth, Zach the Lane.
He's
Hey.
a nobody.
Are you Geth the lane?
I am
Zach.
not the
Geth.
lane, aka Geth.
Who
And
are
that-
you?
My name is Zach, everybody, and I don't stream. I'm not on YouTube. I am on Twitter, and my handle's up here somewhere above my head. I think it'll scroll ever so often. Yeah, you can find me there. Occasionally, I tweet stuff. I can't remember if I tweeted this week or not. I didn't. Ah,
You didn't.
shit.
It's always an for me. It's always like an anticipation. I wake up in the morning, I check to see if Zach tweeted, and like if he does, they're normally pure gold. Otherwise, I sit there and I just cry a little bit inside.
I try to make it good. I mean, I've only got 140 characters, so it's got to be good. What gets in there? So
He's very selective.
yeah, and that in essence, I'm going for quantity or quality over quantity. That's what I'm going for.
Sounds good.
Very good.
Hey, person whose channel we're actually on. I want you to get
Me?
really deep.
Oh, okay, so
I want you to get really deep and introspective here. But who are you?
Hello.
What makes you you?
I'm the Blue Ranger. And if you're watching this live right now, you're on my channel. And if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a 50-50 chance you're watching it on my channel. I'm a variety caster and part-time entertainer here on Twitch. Mondays we play horror games. Wednesdays we have the podcast, which I know. Is my mic doing that thing? No, we're good. I know Rams always brings up the podcast on Wednesdays in her bit, but Weekly Apologies podcast Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the first Sunday of every month, the Riot sessions will be here on this channel. But we just like to have fun. This channel, we're the Break Room. This is the Blues Crew. And we just like to have fun and play a whole bunch of different stuff. Just like Cody likes flexing. Just like Cody likes flexing. There you go. I like it.
I can't flex. I'm a stick.
You can have some of mine if you want it.
Shoot.
You know what happens when I flex?
You guys know which way the weight room is? Is it that way? Or is it that way?
Wow. Anyone else got anything that they want to add before we jump back into it?
I'm selling a shirt right now, and it's really cool.
It's actually pretty amazing. I really want it in my life.
Teespring.com/Blue Ranger. Check it out.
Ranger.
Did it run already print? I thought I bought one.
Yep. They every 3 days they print.
Have you gotten yours?
No, I actually bought in the second cycle.
Go.
Yeah.
I'll have to check my email.
Guys, we got a lot of fun stuff coming up towards in the future for Riot Sessions. I'm excited to show you all of it because a lot of us have been working very diligently on making it happen, trying to make it look awesome. So I'm hoping in the next few weeks we can get that up here. But it will be up and ready when it is ready. So keeping you guys
Yep.
on how all that is progressing. Are you guys ready to get back in?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, jumping back into tonight's episode of the Riot Sessions, you see two girls, one with brown hair, two gnomish girls, who is now currently frozen, one wrist up in the air, the other one holding a knife as though it was about to get struck straight down. Her eyes go wide and freak out. The girl with the green hair stands up next to her, and just kind of you hear her voice echo throughout the chamber. It's all right, Marley. You won't have to worry about it much longer. Jeska, I need for you to roll a D100.
Yeah.
Can I wait? There's no more doing anything. Like I want to.
No. This takes place. This takes place as you cast your hold person.
Gotcha. What is that?
It's my PS4 freaking out. It does this every now and then. It's just like I'm gonna just start hitting buttons out of nowhere. It's just and I'm just like, what the heck are you doing?
Sounds like an ER.
Like it randomly just ejected the disc for Destiny. So
Jeska. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Okay. So currently you still see this scene before you. Marley's eyes go wider and more crazy, and like it looks as though she's struggling to move and to do something, and she can't. She's stuck. What else are you guys doing? As the rest of you kind of dart off, like a few you dart one way, a few you dart the other way. Tonph, you jump behind a pillar trying to get break line of sight. Go ahead and roll a stealth check, unless you already did, at which point I missed that. Oh, you did. Cool. Gotcha. All right, cool. Got it. Maybe behind your pillar. Dryden, where are you headed to?
I'm going to stand right in the open.
Okay. Jeska and Brontor. I don't have a Brontor.
No Brontor?
A Brontor.
Oh, I do have it. Can I cast another spell? I thought I didn't have it prepped.
Stand by.
There we go. There's Brontor. Okay, cool.
Ah, there he is.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Man. Hello.
Welcome to the party.
I have to actually touch the person, so I'm going to go ahead and go over here.
Where are you headed to?
Hold person's a touch, I believe.
Let's check.
I don't think it is.
Oh no, 60 feet. Never mind. Back the fuck up. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive to the old left side there.
Okay.
Kind of hide
At an
over
awkward
this-
moment, someone just measured the distance to Dryden.
All right. The girl with the green hair looks over at all of you and says, I recognize you. You're the ones from before. You were able to find us quite sooner than I was expecting. She reaches over to where Marley's hand currently has the knife in her hand, and she reaches up and pries the knife out from Marley's
I want to
grip.
shoot her arm.
Shoot. Who are you shooting?
Sakona's arm.
Okay, okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
I'm going to use Deadeye to make sure I can hit.
Gotcha.
25 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
14 damage.
You just see the arm just go like flying backward, and as you just see her arm just get wreathed in smoke from where the bullet hit. You glance down, and her arm just kind of is dangling at her side. You know her arm is just completely torn to shreds and just shattered at that point. But yet, nevertheless, you see her raise her arm up, look down at it, and you see the flesh crawl over it. And for an instant, you see it shift from the pale tan skin of the gnome to this very vibrant green scaly color, and then back to that tan skin cone where she just kind of messes with her fingers and flexes them for a second, glances over at you and says, "You shall not take her from me. She is very dear." I would like you all to roll initiative.
Initiative!
Initiative!
I knew I should have ended this last night.
Cheer!
Damn it, Brontor.
Cheer!
17.
What? Why? How do we get 3 17s, a 16, and an 18?
All right, let's see here. Initiative rolls. We have got, starting at the top. Ooh, this will be
Wait,
interesting.
did Geth go? Yeah.
Nope.
He did 14.
Oh, he's
I
14.
got-
Way to break the
So-
whole thing.
Brontor.
Brontor got 18, baby.
18. Okay. Tonph and Jeska at
And Dryden.
Tonph, Jeska, and Dryden. Oh wow.
Oh, 17.
And Dryden. All at 17. So, and who am I missing?
Yeah, 14.
Geth. That's
14.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Geth, how much damage did you do on that first shot?
14.
Gotcha.
Then was that the double shot musket?
It was the double shot, but I didn't crank the bolt.
Oh, okay.
So I've still got one in the chamber.
Okay. I was just curious if it automatically did that or if you had to.
Okay.
Or if it
So-
decided.
Select fire.
Okay, so top of the round, Brontor. You see as Sakona's, you see as her form just kind of shivers for a second before she just stands there looking at you. Her hair kind of blowing in, a little bit of wind that kind of just is flowing in from the from where you guys came in from. I got to roll for Harshnag as well. Harshnag. Oh, god damn it, people!
Harshnag's doing well.
Yeah, he is.
GG, Harshnag.
Not as well as I'd like him to, but he's doing all right. Okay, cool.
I blame the government.
Okay, so you see her form shift just for a slight second, and then her burning emerald eyes just look directly at all of you. What do you do, Brontor? You have initiative.
I cast Crimson Right.
Okay.
On my hammer, with cleansing right.
Okay.
And I just hold still for now.
Okay. You hear this. Boom sound. As you cast your crimson right, and the blue energy just ignites around your warhammer. You can stay put, looking ready. Get ready for your attack. Brings us to Tonph, Dryden, Jeska. Who's going first?
I'm going to go first and cast bless on Dryden, Tonph, and who else is doing this with us?
Geth or Brontor, the normal other two people here.
Harshnag's also here as well.
At the same time.
It's me, Dryden, and you are the only ones at the same time, and then Brontor is ahead of us.
Gotcha. Let's go ahead and do Tonph.
Tonph, gotcha.
Okay, you got Tonph and Dryden. Who is the third?
Geth.
Geth.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought maybe you said my name twice.
All right, cool.
Oh.
Solid.
I don't know. I'm not listening.
All right, so Jeska's Tonph, gotcha. Okay. All right, is that all you're doing?
Hold on. Is dispel a concentration? Sorry, let me just look this up. Aberration, instantaneous. It's an action. Yep, that is all I'm doing.
All right, brings us to Tonph and Dryden. What are you guys doing?
Dryden, you can go ahead.
All right, Dryden first.
Well, this is the part where Dryden gets dumb and almost gets himself killed. What do I got for distance here? Oh, man, it's like my entire movement. Well...
Enough.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm even a little nervous here. I'm gonna throw. We got 2 javelins that I'm gonna throw, and try to I don't know, disable her, or disarm her a little bit, just kind of slow her down. That's really all I got. So, tossing them. I meant to rage and I didn't. Can I still rage? Nope. All right. Well,
I mean, you can rage at the end of your turn, but
yeah, I'm gonna toss both of them and then rage, and
Okay.
I have a 15 to hit,
okay.
and an 8.
And you're
to
blessed.
hit?
And you're blessed.
Oh
And
wait.
you're blessed.
And you're blessed.
Oh, thanks guys. I have a 9
you're
to
blessed.
hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You take both javelins. Boom, boom! Just send him flying and buzzing quickly towards the small gnomish girl who is currently in front of you. You watch as her form. You watch as her, like, you swear both of them are dead on, and you watch as her form just dodges out of the way for one, lands on. She kind of like lands on one. Like lands crouching down on a 3-point land, like kind of in 3 points, and then leaps high in the air, much higher than you were originally expecting. Before, like just as the second one passes directly underneath her, they both embed themselves back in the back wall. Behind her, she lands very gracefully on 2 feet. Her like dress kind of just flying out around her. Her hair just kind of blowing back. This still very vibrant green color. Her emerald eyes looking at all of you and says, "Pitiful. She is mine and mine alone." Tonph. Oh, Dryden. Hold on. You still have movement and a bonus action.
No, oh, yeah, no.
I rage.
You rage. Gotcha. And you're
Rage.
Rage and standpoint. Rage and standpoint.
rage.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
get really, really mad.
All right. Tonph, you're up.
Am I hidden from her sight?
You are currently not within line of sight of her. You feel pretty stealthy.
Don't
And how
tell me
far
my
can I move?
feelings.
Don't tell me who I am. Oh, I got checked. Wow. Yeah, no, I can't go anywhere. I'm gonna whip around the corner.
Okay.
And shooter, sorry, I had to eat some popcorn.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I'll whip around this corner. I'm still kind of just using the pillar as kind of sub-cover.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna sharpshooter her with an entangling arrow
yeah.
and a regular arrow. So there's entangling arrow. So, and I do have an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So this is entangling arrow shot.
Okay. Why do you have advantage?
Because it's the first round, she hasn't done anything yet, correct?
Nope, she has gone already.
She did go?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she did return.
Well, she already went.
Rip that dream.
I
Well,
think that
that
was where
sucks.
she tried to grab the.
Well, anyways, it works because I had lucky perks, so
Yeah, he did.
You did have lucky.
so that'll be a 19 to hit.
Okay.
Oh! Alright, so for my next one I cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. So, so you take the arrow, fire it. Phew, you watch as it erupts in just this tangle of brambles as it is flying through the air. You watch as it hits. It impacts, and then passes right through her body. It just clatters down to the ground.
Damn.
And I see this.
Yeah, you see this.
Okay. It's at that point I do Hunter's Mark.
Okay. You
And-
feel the hunter's mark go, but it finds no purchase.
Finds no purchase. Cool. Well, I'm gonna bolt straight at Marley.
Okay.
So let's see, where am I at? So there's one.
You what, mate?
Come on, right?
Which one's Marley for our sake? Red or orange?
Marley is this one. Red one.
Okay, yeah, I'm bolting straight towards her.
Okay.
And as I'm going, I yell to Dryden, Dryden, help me! And so
Okay.
that's where I'm going.
I still
Okay,
have
cool.
movement. Can I help him?
Since technically you're going at the same time, yeah, sure, why not?
Ha-ha!
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm on that still. So I come just here. I don't know what
Okay.
his plans are, but I'm bigger than him.
All right. This brings us to Harshnag. He's going to take a few steps into. He's going to take a step in, kind of glance around, because he watches the entangling arrow. Yeah, he watches the entangling arrow hit, kind of just pass through, and he says, "What sorcery is this? Who are you, sorceress and temptress? What are you? What are your plans? What are you wanting with this youngling?" That's all he really does at this point. He has his hand on his axe, and he looks like he kind of like twirls it, and slams it into the ground with this. You shall not pass. All right. All right. This brings us to Geth. You're up.
All right. So I saw Tom's arrow go through her.
Yes.
All right. Then I'm gonna reload the bullet that I expended on my musket.
Yep.
So I've got the 2 again, and I'm gonna pull the bolt, and so it engages the second chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm gonna point it directly at Sakona, and I'm gonna hold my action to where the trigger is basically whenever I see her transform, I want to
Okay.
blast her.
Okay.
Chill.
All right. This brings us to Marley's turn. She's going to try and make her saving throw. Saving throw is for Jeska's DC against hold person is 13, I believe.
13.
She rolls with a natural 16. So you see as Marley's form just as she kind of like breaks through the magical barrier. This brings us to Dryden. I need to roll D100.
Yay!
D100, go.
I choose you. Hey!
Hey.
Interesting. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Ocho Cinco.
Ocho Cinco.
This makes it real confusing. Okay. That's funny. Okay. You see Dryden and Tonph as you guys are racing towards Marley. You see her break free of her magical bonds. She looks down at the knife in her hand, looks around at her wrist, and she looks up at you, sees you just racing, and her eyes go wide and goes, and she brings the knife up to her wrist, and and you see her image shift, and it looks, and like you almost, as she raises the knife up to her wrist, you see almost what it looks like, kind of like a small train of arms kind of follow behind her, almost as though there's multiple of her occupying the same space. Okay. She looks down at herself. She takes a step back, and as she takes a step back, you see two others, two of the same Marley, same form of Marley, end up standing directly in front of you. Not aggressive or anything, but just standing in front of you, and both all three having the same expression, the same kind of like, don't get me closer, don't. That's about all she gets to in her turn. Brontor.
Yep.
Turn.
Hold on 1 second. My movement is character sheet. Uh, 25.
What are you doing?
I'm just looking to move.
Okay.
30. It's 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
And just keep my action ready.
All right.
And I should be good there.
All right. What's the trigger?
Anybody who gets within melee range.
Okay. All right. Brontor, as you're racing forward, something catches as you're racing forward and getting ready to go in and getting ready to go in and like do whatever whatever is about to take place. You hear off to your right hand side this, and you hear the voice. You hear the voice once again say, "She is mine." I need for Brontor, Dryden, and Tonph to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, I'm all about that shit. Oh,
Yeah,
no!
he is.
14.
I have such a good modifier on it. I was like, yes!
Critical miss.
Oh, I'm all about
You said
Okay.
Constitution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brontor, Tonph, and Dryden, Dryden and Tonph, as you guys are just continue racing towards Marley, you don't pay any attention. Brontor, as you're racing forward, you see just out of the corner of your eye, just in time, this almost like kind of green cloud that just kind of seems to hover in midair before it gets flung straight at you. It completely envelops you, and in a 30-foot cone.
Oh shit.
In a 30-foot cone, at this point, envelops Dryden, Tonph, and Brontor.
Damn.
Let's see. Every single Brontor and Tonph. Yep. Not Brontor. Dryden and Tonph both take 42 points of poison damage.
Shit.
21.
Yep, and 21 halved for Dryden. Brontor, you also take 21 since you succeeded the saving throw.
Okay.
Well then.
So you're dead.
Brontor,
I'm all right.
I'm at 40.
Brontor, as you're coughing up, and the cloud kind of begins to dissipate just a bit, and you glance over and you see these burning emerald eyes staring at you out of the darkness. Geth and Jeska, and Harshnag as well. You also, as you just watch this giant cloud of green gas just envelop your friend, you watch as two wings, green and dark, just rise up out of it, leathery, almost bony, and you watch as this snake-like head with a snout and maw just almost as deadly as you've ever seen. As you watch as this green dragon just appears, emerging out of the green smoke.
Damn, like Peace Dragon?
Yeah, he's fuzzy.
Except it's more scaly than that.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Okay, not fuzzy. Sorry.
All right. Cool. This brings us to.
Can I use my trigger?
Yep. So Geth, you get your shot off at it.
All right. I'm gonna do Deadeye Sharpshooter on this one as well.
All right.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit. But I'm really lucky, also.
Well, you also are blessed.
Oh, I
also-
am blessed.
yeah.
Yeah, let me do my bless real quick, and then I'll decide. No, I'm kind of lucky. I think I'm lucky on this one also. Is that allowed, Mr. DM?
Yeah, if you want to take the lucky on this one, you can.
All right.
That's his what? Your second lucky?
My first lucky, second grit.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, because I think we rested.
That's much better.
Yeah, you're feeling lucky. Yeah.
All right, so a
Nice.
25 to hit, or 23 to hit,
That'll hit.
and the second bullet, D12 plus 4. The second bullet's another 7, so 21, 31 damage with sharpshooter.
Gotcha. Okay. Nice. So the bullets just go flying directly out of the barrel, just in this crazy helix, and they just slam into the dragon's hide and bone, or the hide, and you see them just kind of impact and leaving like small gashes on it. Its head rears over here and looks. You shall not take her from me. She is precious and mine. Okay. This brings us to Jeska.
Jeska!
Oh, Geth, unless you're moving. Sorry.
I am going to stay still.
Okay. Jeska, you're up.
Okay, so for my action, I'm gonna try Dispel Magic on the dome's still there, right? I don't see it on the map, but I assume it's still there.
The what? The cone?
The cone, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not showing up.
What kind of cone? Or is
The poisonous cone thing.
Ice cream oh.
Coneheads. Nah.
That's not what I wanted it to do at all.
it? And it's a 30-foot cone. You said. How far does it go?
Trying to draw it in.
Because you can do polygon and
I guess I'm confused on
There
what
it
the
is.
cone
There.
is. Is it?
It's like,
Like-
oh yeah.
Oh.
Is this an attack or is this magic? I'm not
It
sure.
was- It was an attack. It was an attack. You've never encountered a dragon like this before, but it appears to be some form of poisonous gas, from what you can tell.
Okay, then I'm
Because
gonna do.
you're hearing the coughing coming from your friends as they're just hacking up the lungs at this point.
I assume that's the cone you were looking for.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. This is the cone I'm looking for.
Then I'm gonna do my bonus action first, which is Mass Healing Word, which is 1d4 plus 4 for everyone.
Okie dokie.
Let me just make sure it's everyone.
Chill.
Up to 6 people. So
Oh,
yeah.
ignore that. Oh no!
So everyone gets 6.
Yeah.
And then for my action, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to go ahead and do. Sorry, Cure Wounds on Tonph. So I think I have to touch him. Unfortunately,
Yeah, Cure Wounds is a touch.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I brave it, and I have to go save my friend Tonph
Okay.
selflessly.
As you enter the green fog, it fills your nostrils and your lungs. You also need to make a Constitution save throw.
Okay.
Nope. That's 42 points of poison damage as you enter the cloud.
Yep.
Damn.
Ouch.
Luckily, I can heal myself when I do cure wounds as well. But that means I have 3. 3 hit points.
Wait, so you healed yourself and you have
When she does cure wounds, she has a thing that allows for her to. Basically, she'll get back whatever she heals you, as well.
Okay, and what was the heal?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay.
She's at 3.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and cast it at a 2nd level then.
Okay.
So that would be when you cast a spell using spell slot higher, this healing increases by 1d8 for each slot. So 2d8s plus 8.
Yep.
Yep.
You're getting it.
I'm getting it. $18. And do I get the full amount back, or do I just get partial? Equal.
Cool.
Oh no, equal to 2 plus the spells level is all I get.
So that's still 16. No, you get 4.
Yeah, she gets 4. All right.
So you're at 7.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. This brings us to Dryden.
Well, raging.
Yep, you're raging.
Life's pretty good right now.
You are coughing up basically a lung at this point, but you're still managing to rage like crazy.
That's nothing. All right. Well, with that in mind, I feel like I should address these 3 singular one-person girls, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna take out the hell, and I'm going to make a mad dash straight for Captain Dragon.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give him the hell.
Okay.
And I'm
accept
gonna use the
You do understand you have to say it that way every time now.
the hell.
The hell.
It
The
has
hell.
the okay. It could do the plus D4 fire on top of it.
Yep. Yep.
So haha. So
Haha.
enter the hell. 17 to hit.
You're blessed.
Might as well. You never know.
19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And it'll do a plus D4, right? Yeah. And it'll do 15, 16, 17, 17 damage.
17 damage. Nice.
And do you want my second attack too, or do you
I
want
would
me
love your second attack.
All right, second attack time. The hell swings again. It'll be 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Plus, I'm gonna use it again. Another D4 hit. So it'll be 16 damage.
Nice. So you go and slash, boom, boom, just once, twice against the dragon hide. The hell actually doesn't manage to cut through as clean as you'd like on either strike, but you do manage to like kind of bust in a few of the scales, and they kind of just go shattering across. And you manage to get like a good chunk in there. Manage to pull it out, leaving some decent wounds. It looks over at you. Its head like kind of turns and snaps at you, but not happy.
And all I'm gonna do after that though is I'm gonna come stand in front of Brontor.
Okay.
And not leaving melee or anything.
Nope. Tonph.
I'm gonna keep running forward and try and. I'm gonna try and grab one of the Marleys.
Okay. Which one are you grabbing?
We'll go far. So we'll go this one first.
Okay. As you race forward and just kind of bust out of the cloud, still coughing, you see the first Marley in front of you, and you just race forward towards her. I believe you actually feel Purchase, and you feel her body.
Okay,
As,
I
like,
feel.
you kind of lift as you kind of like attempt to lift her. Actually, you do lift her up because she's shorter than you, and you lift her up.
Okay. And I'm gonna run back behind this pillar with her.
Okay.
So going back here.
Okay, so you race behind there with this Marley, and she kind of looks at you, and she looks at you and says, "What are you doing? Let go! Let go!"
And then with the rest of my thing, I'm gonna start taking rope out and tying her up.
Okay. You start tying her up. She is fighting you vehemently, and she still has a knife in her hand at this point as well. And she's like trying to like fend you off with it.
Okay.
But you managed to dodge out of the way. I'm not like it's not. She's a commoner. You're a level 6 character. You're fine.
Okay. So yeah, that I'll wrap her, and then do I have what sort of action? I assume that was a standard.
That's most of your action. You have probably a bonus action at this point.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the dragon,
Cool. Gotcha.
and that'll end my turn.
All right. This brings us to Harshnag's turn. Harshnag looks over and says, "Ah, so it's one of your kind, is it?" And he lets out this giant, and this huge giant bellow, and just goes racing, charging straight at the dragon. Boom, 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 boom. His first attack is going to be. Where is it at? Oh, that's going to be a 24 to hit, so that'll hit. Yeah. So it just so he takes his great axe and just with this giant bellow just and just like goes slashing right at the side. It leaves this the blade actually glows a little bit with this blue with this like very vibrant ocean blue color as it slashes directly into the side of the dragon. The dragon lets out this giant growl. Oof. Not like that. It looks over at him and snaps at him and says, "She will be mine, and you, giant, you will know fear and pain like you've never felt before." Okay. Geth, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna shift into view here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell out to the dragon. And I say, "She's coming with us." As I pull out the pepper box and Deadeye Sharpshooter the first shot.
Okay.
All right, so 23 to hit again.
That's your last crit.
Do what?
Last crit.
Yes, that's my last crit.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm going to Sharpshooter again on my second shot. But I'm feeling kind of lucky on
Okay,
it.
that's your second. Okay.
That's much better.
Yep.
So another 23. And then I'm going to Action Surge
Okay.
and fire off another pepper box.
Yep.
Damn it. 13 plus a bless, because why not?
What's your misfire rate on the pepper box?
What's the what?
What's the misfire on the pepper box?
The misfire?
Yep.
Is 2.
Fine. 13 to hit for the second one? Nope. Okay.
15 to hit
Okay.
with bless.
Okay.
And then the last pepper box shot. Damn. I'll add the bless to it just
Yep.
in case. Another 15.
All right. So the first two. Okay. So the first two hit. The other two, you fire just off this rapid thing of shots. You feel. You watch as two impact steadily, and then the final two shots just go boom, boom, just bouncing off of the scales, boom, boom, and just ricochet kind of off. All right.
So 40 damage.
Yeah. Nice. All right. This brings us to Marley's turn. I need for Tonph to roll a D100, please.
Okay. That's the wrong chat. I swear I'm gonna do it one of these times. 95.
Jesus. Them 95s. Okay.
Cheer.
Interesting. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. Cool. Good enough. Okay. So all of you. Dryden, Brontor, Harshnag, and okay, Jeska and Tonph. Okay. All of
Everybody.
you. Everyone
Everybody.
except for Geth. You all feel this weird kind of energy, like kind of this weird kind of like tingle go down your spine, and this kind of just weird chill just go down your spine as you feel just this weird energy kind of just take hold in your body. That's about all you. That's about all you feel at that point.
Oh.
Ooh, I like this.
Interesting.
All right, this brings us top of the round. This brings us to Brontor's turn.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna come around here.
Okay.
Flip around. Stand by. And I'm gonna swing on this guy, this dragon. With my Great Weapons Master. So I get -5 penalty on an attack roll. But if it
hits, you attack.
lands, I get +10.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Nine minus 5.
Wait, is he flanking though?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
Yay!
So 11 minus 5. 9.
Start
9 to
John.
hit.
Yes. Ooh! you go, boom! And you feel the impact against the scales, and you just watch as you hit it. You expect there to be damage, but you kind of glance, look at your hammer, and it's just sitting and resting on the dragon scales, seeming to have no effect.
Hey,
It just-
classic
it looks-
Brontor.
It just looks at you. Its head kind of whips around at you. Its large toothy maw, smiling and slime, kind of just.
Okay. Okay,
right.
party.
Okay, it does get its poison breath back.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to.
Now, are we still behind the pillar?
You guys are still technically behind the pillar. Yep.
Oh.
It is going to unleash the. Yes, is going. Here, click on this. Okay, it is going to unleash another poison breath in this direction. Actually, no. It's going to flap its wings.
Yeah.
It's just going to flap its wings, and it's going to. It is going to do a. It is going to do a wing attack against everyone within a 5-foot radius of it. That's going to be a 17 to hit. So 17 to hit against Dryden, Brontor, and Harshnag.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
All right.
Can I raise my armor class with my bless?
No, unfortunately.
Damn! The way you pulled that away, I thought he was gonna be like, yes, actually. It's gonna be like,
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Okay, so you both take 15 points of
8.
15 points of bludgeoning damage as the wings just whip up this whirlwind, boom, 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 and you both get thrown backward and knocked prone onto the ground. Brontor, you getting actually flung off the back of the staircase. Dryden, you getting pushed back about 5 feet, and you both are knocked prone at this point.
Boo.
Harshnag also takes the 15 points of damage, but just gets battered by the wind, but looks fine. The dragon is actually going to flap its wings and reposition and fly overhead and reposition over here on these stairs. And over here. Okay. That will end her turn. This brings us to Jeska.
Yeah, so I am nearing death. So I'm going to... if I move, am I going to get like a retaliation?
You're not within melee of it, no.
I'm going to use my movement to GTFO a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go out of his range over here somewhere. And I'm going to call out to Bahamut with my divinity.
Okay.
Which is 5 times my spell, my level. Yeah. So I get 30. 5 times 6 is 30. Yeah. 30 hit points, but I can't do more than half of my own. So.
Oh, so you're doing channel divinity. You get here.
Channel divinity. Yes.
Gotcha.
And so the other. I'm gonna get myself back to half, which I can't math right now. I'm gonna get a calculator. Sorry.
That's why they're invented, man.
Cheater.
I know,
Math
right?
teacher would be so mad. You're not gonna have a calculator everywhere you go.
God, I hate math so much.
Hashtag 2017.
Math.
So I'm gonna give myself 22, and the other 8 will go to Brontor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you doing?
20. Sorry, let me just get this. I just feel better once I enter this in.
That ever-present health bar.
There we go.
I got 8.
You got 8. Yeah, 8 more.
Thank you.
Cool.
So
Way to play favorites.
Yeah. Hey,
it has a scratch on them.
you can give me points anytime you want to. Health points.
You're just
I
using her.
give you 18
don't
friend
listen to
points.
them.
You're just using her
listen
for
to
your
them.
point. You're just using her for her points. You're just
No,
using
we're
her for her
good
points.
friends. And she's a cleric, and she does
Yo,
me
give me them
right
friend
every
points.
time.
I brought you back from the break many
Don't
times.
listen to them, Jeska.
My
We're good friends.
my bonus section on a first level, I'm gonna do a healing word for my friend Dryden, which is just 1d4 plus 4. I believe. Yeah, I think that's what it is. 7,
Nice.
which means that I also get healing back.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Does everybody not get 7 points?
7 health
Yes.
HP.
Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy.
And then I get 3 myself.
Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it.
Oh man. Okay. So Jeska, you grasp your holy symbol on your staff, and you just feel the warm energy of Bahamut, and you feel almost like dragon fire in your belly as your eyes burst open with the platinum energy of Bahamut, and you just look over towards Brontor and Dryden and extend your holy symbol in their direction, and just 2 beams of light shoot out from your and boom, just impact Dryden and Brontor. Brontor, you both look down. You find yourself encased in a platinum aura before it just fades back into nothing, and you feel your vitality return to you. Brings us to... Is that all you're doing, Jeska?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's it.
Dryden,
As you
you're
get
up.
I
healed,
felt real good.
it
felt
fills you
real
with
good.
determination.
Push it real good.
All right, so I'm prone, which means that I probably don't have all the movement that I normally have, huh? Because
Takes half your movement to get up.
half my movement to stand up in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, get you again.
Get the girl there.
Okay, well then what I'm gonna do, because I'm a big boy, so I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna run straight back at the dragon, but I only get to about here because standing up is so tiring. And I'm just gonna hold my movement until I get close enough to that there damn dragon, because that thing's gonna burn everything up. And I got a good old barbecue back here, and I want there's nothing to ruin it. Get
They gonna go to get in the duck barrel.
What just happened?
I'm holding my movement until I can actually hit the damn thing.
I feel like I'm seeing like Dryden's backstory that I didn't know he had.
Hey, we got a good candle over here. We're gonna go run him up right now. Get this.
Driving from that South Louisiana swamp, I tell you what.
I'll tell you
Oh,
about
man.
bird down. Go bring it over. They're gonna crawl that going down real quick.
You wanna catch them gators?
alright.
Shoot them, Elizabeth.
I don't know where Tonph is at, so I'm gonna hold off on his, and we'll move to Harshnag. Harshnag is going
Come on,
to
Snag.
rush over this way. He's gonna get here, awkwardly squeezing between the pillars, and he's gonna unleash his attack. That's gonna be a 21 to hit. Nice. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, Harshnag.
Damn. He takes his axe and just goes and slams it down. The dragon at this point has kind of reels back in the air, kind of going to like trying to catch the axe, and it does. It catches the axe, but Harshnag continues to dig deep and actually pushes the axe a little bit into the claws of the dragon. The dragon lets out as it reaches back and bites down onto Harshnag as its snake-like head reaches forward and bites down onto Harshnag's neck. It pushes the axe off before landing back down on all fours and curling back into its ready stance, getting ready for the next round of attack. Tonph, you're up.
Damn.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna kind of. Is Marley tied up now?
She is tied up at this point, yes. Or this one is. The other two actually darted this way a little bit as they saw you grab the one Marley.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep this one
Okay.
kind of near the pillar, trying to keep her out of direct view of the dragon.
Yeah, she's still squirming and reeling and going like, "Let me go. Sakona would never do this. She would never. She wants to help me." That's basically what she's saying. She's kind of in hysterics at this point.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna use Hail of Thorns
Yeah.
at second level.
Hail
Go
of
for it.
thorns.
And big money, no whammies. I get to roll again.
Feeling lucky.
No, I'm just laughing at big money, no whammies.
And I'm blessed. Hold on.
Bless.
17 to hit.
Reach back, fire. You see the you see the arrow fly forward. It bursts into thousands of needles before it can even explode and just send the shower of needles. The dragon's wing just boom and sends it scattering against the wall off to the side.
Well, I'm just gonna make a second attack.
Go for it.
Just a regular attack. Yep, 12.
This one actually fires and actually hits the dragon square in its back, but the arrow just seems to shatter as it impacts the scales. The scales are a little bit more hardy than you were expecting it to be. This brings us to Geth.
All right, I'm gonna chase him a little bit and shift back to the center to catch line of sight.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use my last two pepper box.
Yeah. Go for it.
A 26 and a 27 to hit
Both will hit.
for 21 damage.
Damn. Nice. What type of damage is that?
Piercing.
Kinetic.
Gotcha.
They're,
Cool.
they're psychic bullets. No, it's piercing.
Pew pew. Pew pew.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Cool. All right. This brings us to anything else, Geth?
Actually, yes. I'm going to use my bonus action for my offhand.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That'll just hit.
Nice. All right, and it is only 2 damage because it's without my modifier.
Gotcha. All right. Brings us to Marley's turn. I need for Geth to roll a D100, please.
D100. 14.
All right. Okay. Tonph,
Lay it on me.
I need for you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Of course.
Are you smart enough to get past the dragon? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
8.
No.
It's going great, guys. Don't mind me.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I need for you to roll a D10. Oh, nope. Never mind. Hold that. I lied. Don't do that yet. Good to know.
So it was great knowing you all.
Okay, cool. Good to know. All right. Sweet. Oh, boy. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. It brings us top of the round. Brontor, you are currently
Yeah.
prone on the ground.
Get up.
All right. Half your movement.
Yep. So I'm gonna go 15 feet to here.
Yep.
And I'm done.
Cool. You do it. Okay.
I can't control my guy right now for some reason.
That's awkward.
Yeah,
I got you.
but-
But you're also on the ruler.
Yeah, you're not on the
you're-
pointer.
You weren't on the pointer. You were on the ruler thing, but I got you.
Oh, that'll do it.
All right. All right. This brings us to Sakona's turn. All right. Sakona's not liking her happenstance right now. She is going to kind of relocate again, and land right here. Harshnag does get a free swing at her. It's a natural 1. God damn it, Harshnag!
Yeah, Harshnag.
As he goes to swing a third time at the dragon, the dragon just manages to duck underneath as boom, the hammer or the axe just goes slamming and bedding itself directly into the stonework. Just with this cloud of dust and debris just going flying everywhere. The dragon flies over.
He's like one of us, guys. He's like one of us.
And ends up flying directly over and landing directly between Brontor and Dryden. It's going to make 2 attacks. Oh no, it's going to make 3 attacks. One with
Three.
one with its bites and 2 with its claws.
Ew.
The bite is going to be against Dryden.
Of course.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
No.
Yeah. You take a total of 15 points of piercing damage.
Ugh.
This is not halved because due to the wild magic, everyone who was in a
Well,
30
wait a
foot
minute.
sphere.
If he's making a bite attack on me, I'm holding my attacks. Is he close enough for me to retaliate?
Yeah. So as she attacks, and this happens, you get your chance to attack as well.
Hey, boy.
Yeah, let's go.
You still take a grand total of 15 points of piercing damage due to the wild magic. Everyone is vulnerable to piercing damage, so instead of taking the double, you just take the normal amount. So you take 15 points of piercing damage, and then you take 7 points halved of poison damage.
Sooner or later, he'll get me below half health.
One of these days. Now's your retaliation strike.
Sweet! All right. So Dryden is sitting there. He's thinking to himself, he's got the hell in hand. He's pretty mad about everything going on. So he swings!
Oh, 15 hit.
Eh. 17 to hit.
Plus 2. 17
10
hit.
You strike, and there's just sparks that just go flying off as the first attack just skids across the scales as the teeth have like sunken into your upper shoulder. You feel the pain, but you just attack once with it, seeming to no effect. You still have your second attack.
Yeah, I do. It's a 16 to hit.
You're blessed as well.
Oh, can I bless? Does the
Yeah,
bless
bless
work?
it.
Oh, does bless
It's every
work?
time you
Oh,
attack.
okay. So it'll be 19 to hit, and
Yeah.
that'll do 18 damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Yeah!
Nice.
He's got me in his throat, and I see his neck
Fuck that
right there.
dragon.
I take the axe and I give it everything I got. I'm taking this motherfucker's head off. I'm taking this thing as a goddamn trophy. I swing from the bottom up, and I come right underneath, and I cut this thing's head right off. I'll take the
All right.
rigor mortis teeth in my fucking neck. I don't care.
That dragon, bro.
With just one arm, you take with one arm. You just since the other arm is kind of immobilized with it currently being in the dragon's mouth at this point. You take the arm that currently has the hell in it. You swing once, it just skids across the scales. It being down at the ground now, you take it and with all your might and through the rage, you just bring it straight up, slicing and hitting the bottom of the throat. It's hits, and you for a second think it's not going to go anywhere, and then you remember and then you say the activation word, and the entire blade head just ignites in flames, and you slice through the entire neck of the dragon, just like butter, as your axe comes flying up above your head with just wreathed in flames. The head and the teeth go, the jaw goes lax on your shoulder. The eyes glance at you in fear, and glance at you in fear, and then they roll back into the head as the rest of the body kind of like wriggles for a bit and collapses down to the ground and just drops to the ground with a giant. The rest of the head still kind of stuck in your body. You manage to dislodge yourself from the teeth. Alive. Still coughing a little bit, but alive. And your foe vanquished.
Cheer.
How's about that shit right there?
Attaboy.
You glance around the room as the dragon's body falls, the head also falling to the ground as Dryden kind of shrugs it off. You glance over and you see two different Marleys still standing there, looking very wide-eyed, clutching daggers to their wrists at this point. The other Marley currently like still screaming or kind of still wriggling, kind of just saying, "Let me go," and just like get these off of me. Right next to Tonph. Sakona,
Okay, so
where are you? Sakona. That's all you really hear her say at this point.
Is there still 3 of them?
yeah,
Still 3 of them.
I can hold person one more time.
I said, listen, Marlies, we're on your side.
You do anything, and I end it right here. They both
We're
say,
not, we're
the
not going to do anything
remaining
to you.
the remaining 2 say in unison as they hear Jeska say that she can hold person one more time.
We're not going to do anything to you. Hold still.
That's what they all say.
We owe you no harm. We want nothing to do with your harm here.
I turn from the distance. I
still.
go, "Do you remember me? I helped you in the battle.
Her head nods. Yeah.
If we wanted to hurt you, I would have done it already. We want to help."
We would have done it by now. We're good. We're your friends.
I can't go on living like this. I never know when the next thing's gonna happen.
It's over now.
Hold still. There's no harm to come to you.
You don't understand? I'm the one that's harming people. I'm the one that's harming others around my village and my town.
We can control you.
I can heal you.
That's
I
what she
can
said.
help.
She said she said
That's
you would
what
try to
she said.
control me.
I want to walk to the middle of the room and I'll put my firearms on the ground and say, Marley, what happened in the ice chasm? What happened while you were down there?
Orbs of light. Voices. So pretty. Singing beautiful melodies to me.
You have nothing else to worry about.
You
We
keep
can control
saying
your
that.
pain. We can control
You know
what you
nothing.
were feeling.
I can't.
She said
I
you would
can't
try to-
control you. I can heal you, though.
Marley,
Do you want this to go away? I can heal you.
Marley, I know of anguish. We're your friends. You can believe us. We know powerful wizards that can cure whatever you have.
Make a persuasion roll.
You've been under a lot of stress.
Geth, make a persuasion roll.
Ugh.
Yes!
Yes!
Let's go!
Yes!
On that 14, just,
It just tipped.
She looks at you and says, "Who can control me? Who can control this power? Who can help rid me of it?
there's people out there
Who?"
that can help you.
Shadow, are both of them doing this?
Yeah, both of them at the same time are basically saying this. It's like a weird echo at this point, but they're both like directly talking to Geth at this point. Who?
There's powerful wizards.
Who?
Artemis is one.
We know of someone in Neverwinter that is extremely powerful, and they know much of the magical arts.
Let them know they've been in a vulnerable place, and we can help them.
I'm gonna go ahead and scoot forward and cast Calm Emotions. I can't scoot myself. I'm like right here. I cast
Okay.
Calm Emotions.
All right. So as you start inching forward and you begin like the verbal and the hand motions in order to cast the calm emotions, you see as she digs the knife that's currently held at her wrist a little farther in, and you see this blood trickle begin to dribble down her wrist at this point. I told you to stay. I told you don't.
I'm
Look
always
at
putting
Jeska
it
and I
2
say,
feet
You're gonna
forward.
be
Jeska.
okay.
Jeska, I got this.
I don't even need to scoot.
You're gonna be okay.
I say, Marley, some things have happened. I'm not going to tell you I know what it is, but there are people who do, and there's people that can help. There's people that can reverse this. There's people that can make it better. There's people that can teach you.
I don't want to be taught. I just want it gone.
Then we will help you. We will take you wherever we need to, and you will return back to your family, and everything will be normal again.
Who is this in Neverwinter that you speak of?
Artris. His name's Artris Kindber. He's a powerful wizard, and there are many like him
Many like him.
that know much of the arcane arts.
No much.
Make another persuasion roll with advantage because of this whole setup.
While this is happening, I just turn to our giant friend who's harsh, and I just signal to him to sit, and I sit as well. We're big imposing people, and it's always been my thing that sit and just become non-threatening.
Yeah.
All right.
I asked
There's this
Harshnag-
loud boom as Harshnag sits down as he kind of nods at you and just there's like this loud as he just like sits down, places his axe across his lap, and pretty much like sits in the exact same pose that you're sitting in.
I asked Harshnag for a swig of his
He doesn't even acknowledge you at
Flask.
this. He doesn't even acknowledge you at this point. He's too focused on what's happening in front of him.
I'm still prepping calm emotions. If she moves the knife anymore, I'm gonna cast it.
She looks at all of you, looks primarily at Geth and says, Artress, he can cure me of this.
Yes,
You're sure?
I am.
What's he like?
He's a hero of the lands. I've heard many stories of him, of saving innocent people and helping many villages in his travels.
You won't be safe if you travel with me.
That's fine. We can handle our own. We'll be ready. You'll be safe with us.
It's at this point I'm going to start untying the other Marley.
Okay. You start untying the other Marley, and she, as you untie her, she looks up at you and says, "It's about damn time."
I was worried about you.
And there's a as her form just evaporates into smoke. The rope drops down to the floor. The one of the other Marleys drops, also kind of evaporates into smoke. And there's just one Marley standing there, and she looks at you and says, "Where's Sukona? Where's my friend?"
Your friend was lying to you. She was a demon. She was trying to trick you and control your power.
Why?
I don't know. I can only assume it was for evil. Just please, put down the knife, and we'll find help.
She looks down at the knife. The blood slowly dripping down past the wound. Drip, drip, onto the ground. She pulls her knife away, drops her wrist. To Neverwinter. And to Archer's Kimber we go.
To Neverwinter.
And it's here that we'll pick up next session in the Riot sessions.
There we go.
So I'm waiting to find out that Geth has like a lost daughter somewhere or something.
Ladies and gentlemen who are watching on YouTube and on Twitch, thank you for hanging out tonight. If you are new to any of these channels and new to the Dungeons and Dragons scene or the Riot sessions, I have been your DM, Shadowhack90. We'd like to hang out here, play some Dungeons and Dragons every now and then. If you're watching on Blue Rangers if you're watching on I'm the Blue Rangers channel, make sure that you hit that follow, like, subscribe button on either his YouTube or Twitch page. Show him some love, touch his butt. He's a beautiful man. As well as make sure you go and touch all of these other people, wonderful, amazing individuals' butts, and show them some love because they are all wonderful people. Love them all. Guys, we'll be back next week, Sunday, 7:30 Eastern. Here, or not here, we'll actually be over on my channel, twitch.tv/Shadowhack90, 7:30 Eastern time for more of the Riot sessions. And if you want to catch up on past episodes, you can always find them on YouTube at either youtube.com/I'm the Blue Ranger, or you can find them at Shadowhack90's YouTube page as well. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Catch you guys later. Have a good one, guys.